check out my little test roll, make sure everything's going good.
Welcome to session 35, babies.
I'm either going to do really great or really terribly today. There's no in between.
Always.
3, 7, 4, and 2 17s.
Bagel. I'm gonna get cream cheese all over my hair now.
Bagels are just a cream cheese delivery device, in my mind.
No.
They are not worthy of being their own food.
That's not true.
Alright.
Bread is
I
life.
will say that bagel sandwiches are definitely here to disagree with you.
Oh, finally.
Do we know what a death mask is? We have a death mask in our party inventory, and I don't know what that means. Is it an item that I am allowed to look up on D&D Beyond, Kyle?
Well, let me look it up first.
Hey, wasn't that there when I joined up as writer?
Was it? Is it something we got from Fabius Kriegs or the Vanderthumps?
I'm trying.
What is 0.61 gold mean? Is that 61 silver?
61 silver. Or I guess that would be like 6 silver and 1 copper.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's 6 silver, 1 copper. I made the same mistake the other day. Yeah.
But the number was not an even rounding, so I had to go for some decimal points in there. Alright, the party loot has been edited so that the gold that was divvied out and the items that belong to a person are now removed from it. So hopefully they are all on your character sheets.
Oh, death masks are not an item you can just look up. There are canonical death masks in D&D, but they aren't like magic items. They are just costume items. So
It's probably then part of the Van Thumper cult.
Yeah, because the Dead Three, because it was Bane, Ball, and Merkel.
Yes. That's
Okay,
almost
so what's
certainly it.
important? Alright.
So it's probably just like a cultist outfit kind of a thing. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Welcome back to Descent into Avernus. On our last session, who wants to do the recap?
I would love to start.
No one else said anything, so JD, go ahead.
Never rely.
So,
Teacher's pet front row. Go ahead. No, I'm just kidding.
so our session started as we were getting ready to wake up Envy and Ivna, the missing 7th and 8th sort of leaders of the Pink Power Force, as well as getting ready to confront Aries' parents. We woke up Envy and Ivna and activated the Pink Power Force's structural defenses, their anti-air cannons. And then Aries went to go confront her parents, which went pretty poorly, though we did manage to get Teeny from them, thanks to some quick thinking from Souffle. And we engaged with Aries' castle in a ground-to-air battle. Should I keep going?
What'd you say?
Should I keep going?
Does anybody else want to take over? Jess! Just gonna call on people.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm bageling currently, so...
Cool. JD, keep going.
Lovely. We managed to convince 3 of the Linlens after the Strigiforms had opened fire on us, despite the fact that their actual son and their daughter were both there with us. We convinced the Linlens to abandon their duty as the Strigiforms had broken their oaths, and converted them to our side. After shooting down the Strigiforms' castle, we found that the Strigiforms were not on there, nor was the last of the Linlens still working with them. We did find several pods similar to the Soul Cycle, indicating how these Strigiforms had transformed themselves into fiendish forms. After that, we received our rewards from the Pink Power Force, a series of magical items that have been...
One thing,
Yes, of course.
also in our search, we found several contracts indicating that Aris' mother was like behind everything, and that she actually had a contract between her and the father saying that like he was signing off, but then she made all the decision.
Stella Strigiform, I believe is her name.
Yes.
And she was, in fact, yes, you are. She was revealed to be the mastermind behind these Strigiform's demonic dealings, and the fact that that apparently demonic dealings had been a facet of the Strigiform family going back matrilineally for generations.
Although technically, if it's matrilineally, it wouldn't actually technically ever be the Strigiforms except for the most recent one because the father was named Strigiform.
Unless Owlin take their mother's names, or take the wives' names.
That would make things less complicated, wouldn't it?
If Owlin were just matriarchal as a society.
Yes.
But that's up to you and Gray as authors of this story.
Yes.
But after receiving our rewards and learning about these Strigiforms' specific dealings, we made our way back towards El Terrell. We also split ways with our various resurrected party members. Ryder stayed behind with Gallus with an emotional farewell scene. And Romeo and Ryder went off to go, I guess, adventure? Or are they still with us going back to El Terrell?
They are with you going back to El Terrell.
Right. Econdio is still with us. And
Randolph, the good Strigiforms, and
Randolph, Teeny, and the Lillins.
There you go. Yep.
Linlins. Were traveling with us so that they could come back to El Terrell and be something resembling safe. And before we ended the last session, we also came upon a traveling caravan of figures from Souffle's past, which is exciting and fun.
The party spent the night with them, getting drunk or talking.
And Sachi and Bakram devastatingly lost a drinking contest to Aries.
Miserably.
And yes, and then in the morning, we made our way towards El Terrell, which is where we pick up now. Thank you, JD, very much.
Thank you for having good memory.
Did we get a chance to rest at all, or like?
Now, yeah, you stayed overnight with them. You got a long rest. Yes.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah, Andy.
Hell yeah!
You remember that the party
we didn't go shopping or anything, right?
No. If the party wants to, so that's the thing about this. Unlike most campaigns, where it's like, yeah, anytime you go to, you can shop, do whatever you want. But like with this, you specifically have to go to the Wandering Emporium in order to shop. And there's random encounters on the way there and the way back. So if the party wants to go shopping, we can take a trip there. We can do the actual buying and selling off camera, but it does require a trip to the store.
I don't mind taking a trip to the Wandering Emporium, given that we recently obtained 30,000 gold pieces.
Yes, would you guys like to do that before or after El Terrell?
I would like to. I haven't planned what I'm going to spend my money on, but I'd like to say I did so that off camera I can decide what I want.
I think that's smart.
Yeah.
That's fair. So, our party then, after waking up with the troop in the morning, make the conscious decision, and therefore that's what matters, because intent is what matters in Avernus, to go to the Wandering Emporium. For those new to this, the Wandering Emporium is a set of tanks and like flying vehicles that roam around Avernus and then make camp at random places and then sell their wares. So it's a traveling bazaar.
And I specifically want Harmon to be able to be out here. He's going to be out forever unless I put him away. Just so you know. He's always out unless I put him away.
Okay.
Is this just to rub in his face that we're going back to the Emporium where he tormented us?
Kyle was like, you never bring him out. I'm like, he's always out unless I put him away. But also, yes, I want to rub the fact that we had a standoff here and now he is under my sway.
Let me get your stuff.
Quick,
just
guys.
as a quick doer, you can use the same price guide for buying stuff off camera. but they do have some specialty items for... I moved you guys over, right? Cool. So
Hey, there's a Romeo here.
yeah.
And a Whisper.
Whisper.
Rest in pieces.
So, the Wandering Emporium is run by this dude, Mahadi. He made a duel with Asmodeus to sell goods around Avernus and Zariel too. There's certain specialty booths. For example, there's a magic tattoo artist who does magical tattoos. There is a mechanic shop run by salamanders. They'll fix up tanks and stuff like that. There's this chain devil that sells fiery infernal pets. Yeah. Oh yeah, these things are the weirdest fucks. These are sold here. They are worms with human heads.
And it looks like the guy from friggin' Nirvana and
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. Yeah.
I see that. Yep, I agree.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Need a haircut? There is a fantasy barber, hairdresser. They do curses here. They send mail. This person here runs a pawn shop.
There's also a spa connected to a portal.
The pawn shop's name is an arm and a leg and a leg and a leg and a leg and a leg.
I fucking hate you. I forgot about that.
Kyle, do you have your cost list somewhere? Because since
I can send it to you.
thank you.
To be honest, when we were here, when we were going through this, we were in a standoff of extreme proportion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. If anybody can pin it, I thought it was pinned, but it's not. Okay, cool. I'll just pin it from there.
I was about to, but thank you.
Oh,
Yes, I can also pin things.
how many gold are in a platinum?
10?
it's 10. The incremental thing for anything is 10. Well, except for Electrum, which is weird because it's half gold,
Electrum is
half silver.
5.
Yeah.
It's 5 gold pieces to an Electrum, but also no one ever uses Electrum.
No one ever uses Electrum.
Because it says I have 4 platinum, but I have 10,000 gold. So
Right, because you have 4 platinum in addition to your 10,000 gold.
So yeah, you could convert your 4 platinum into 40 gold, and then you'd have 10,000 platinum and 10,000 gold and 40 gold.
it must have converted it into platinum for me though, because I don't know if I ever got pure platinum.
I also have 4 platinum. We got some at some point, way early in the adventure.
Exactly that. Yep. We didn't really get to peruse last time, but there are carnival games. This guy, actually he's a kitsune. Sachi.
Cool.
So the kitsune runs the carnival games, and if you're buying magic goods from the catalog I just sent you, these two run the magic item store. So yeah.
I'm removing my platinum because I don't like it.
Yeah. So this is the Wandering. Oh, and there's a spa/restaurant through a portal. So that's a thing. It's a pretty cool place.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Any questions, or you guys will just shop off camera and we will move on?
I feel like shopping off camera is probably the better idea. That's also because
Yeah.
I don't really have much to shop for, so my say should be less weighted.
I'm definitely gonna
I
shop
do have
off
a
camera.
question.
Oh no, we're definitely shopping off camera. I didn't know if there was anything specific. Someone like, oh, hey, I have a question about curses, or I have a question about tattoos. That's all I meant. But yeah.
I mean, we do have a cursed luckstone to maybe change or start the process for changing. Is that a thing that we can do?
Oh,
here at the
100%. So this is, I think his name is Alhoons. Let me double check. He is an illithid who specializes in cursing and uncursing.
Oh, that's convenient.
I vaguely remember that.
Let's see here.
Safi whispers to Azra, if I tell him he has a weird mouth, will he still uncurse my item?
Oh, sorry. Alhoons is a different magical illithid. This is Idbra. He runs
I believe that his mouth is quite normal for an illithid, so I do not think this is a good way to start conversation.
Not an answer to my original question.
I believe he would be less inclined to serve you if you opened with an insult, yes.
Okay, fine. I'll tone it down.
You don't have to, but this is simply my opinion.
I would like the non-cursed item.
I'll bet you would.
I curse people. I don't get cursed. That's just rude.
So quick question, and is there a... So I'm looking at the list, is there a limit to what's on the list that you can get?
No, literally anything that's in the price guide, if you have the money for it, just like, yeah, I think that's fine. And if there's anything that's not in the price guide, you'd have to ask me, and I'll determine whether it exists in the universe or not, or it exists in this magic shop. But yeah, anything that's in the book should be fine.
Oakley Duke.
Okay, so you go to Idbra, the magic curse guy. You see a big sign written in. It's not written in common, but you read it as common because it's a magical sign that appears in whatever language you want, and it says "House of Curses." You walk in and. That's what he sounds like.
Anybody speak my language?
And he goes, "Oh no, excuse me. I can speak common. I just thought I tried normal first."
Oh yeah, that's fair. It's always nice to speak in like your original tongue, I guess.
What can I do for you?
I have a stone. That it's alright, but it kind of sucks sometimes, and I would like to make it not suck all the time.
Let me see it.
She passes it hands to him.
Okay. He's gonna look at it. He does an Arcana check. He casts Detect Magic, all that good stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, definitely cursed. Did you know it was cursed?"
We 100% knew it was cursed.
Yeah.
Envy did not make a secret of this.
Okay.
Okay. My service is 1,000 gold to decurse.
Wait, what was that? Sorry?
That's 1,000 gold to decurse.
Oh. Azra, do you have 1,000 gold?
You have 1,000 gold.
Damn, I thought you wouldn't notice.
You persisted in divvying up the party gold. I know. I gave you 1,000 gold.
I love that she tried to con the person who's the banker in Monopoly.
Azra's just like really flabbergasted that you would even attempt this.
She's not smart. The people that get, like, hoodwinked by her are also dumb.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool. Yeah, sure, I'll pay that, I guess.
Okay.
There's no haggle in D&D anymore, I guess.
Oh, there 100% is. You could 100% try.
You didn't try to haggle with him. You tried to take Azra's money.
But if you want to haggle with him, you can persuade him, and then you'd have to make a verbal argument. But yes.
Okay. 1,000 gold. How would I make that?
What I will say is, in the past, we were able to acquire services at this emporium in exchange for entertainment of a sort. This was with the emporium curator himself, and not with one of the shopkeepers. But it is possible that such barterings might be allowed there as well.
I don't do entertainment. I do just soul coins and gold.
You may not have any of the soul coins, Sachi.
This is not fair. 2 of those are rightfully mine. That is finder's fees.
Remind me out of game how 2 of those are rightfully hers, because I feel like that's correct, but I don't remember exactly.
Because I found them.
But I would hold as the DM that the party found you, so you owe the party finder's fee.
This is incorrect. My finder's fee for the party finding me was that I helped them kill people.
In fairness, acting as an accessory to murder is not nothing.
Yes.
How many gold would it be if I had 2 soul coins?
We could probably just call that even. Just get the 2 soul coins and no gold needed.
How much are these things worth?
It depends on who you are giving them to.
I thought it was fake money.
No, so soul coins all inflate or deflate depending on the devil or demon you're dealing with.
Huh. Okay. So I can have those 2 that I found, right?
In exchange for a favor, yes.
Favor for 1,000 gold that I don't have to spend sounds really good right now. You're good, guys. Your favors can't be that bad. Alright, deal.
Yeah.
Azra manages to keep his face placid.
He takes the 2 soul coins. As he what? Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking, JD, until I started talking.
No. Azra just keeps his face measured and calm as he gives Sachi the coins and does not let his triumphant smirk show.
And so
as soul coins from the party loot.
As Idra takes the 2 soul coins, he goes, I had lunch today. And then he proceeds to magically crush a soul coin in each hand and drink the souls. And he goes, and then he looks at the stone, does some magic to it, and then it's now glowing gold, and he hands you back a regular luck stone.
Ooh.
I also curse things in addition to key cursing, so just so you know.
I have anything that I need to curse. But I guess that's good to know.
Alright. Party, we're moving on, right?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yes, so then yes, off camera, anybody can buy whatever they want, make full use of the place. Let me roll a random encounter.
Just in time for Helen to join us.
I got a lucky stone. I got a lucky stone.
We're heading El Terrell. We've been to El Terrell before, so...
Why are regular luck stones not in here?
Ding. Huh?
That's weird.
Luck stones are definitely in D&D Beyond.
I only see cursed luck stone for some reason when I type it.
You would have... You need to search Stone of Good Luck, parentheses, Luck Stone, and parentheses.
Well, that's just bullshit.
Alright.
If you type stone into the manage inventory, the search box, you'll find it.
No, it's not the typing that's bullshit. It's the fact that they have 2 names for the same item.
It is silly.
Alright, no random encounter. You guys find yourself driving your tanks along the river Styx. As you remember, you had to pass by. The war is still raging. You guys get here, and you indeed see an army of devils headed by this lady versus an army of demons, and then like a mixed army too, just fighting and roared. Okay, so you have infernal war machines. What do you guys? You need to get to the chains. If you remember correctly, the idea is that this is El Terrell. El Terrell right now is a floating city. I actually have a handout for those of you who are not aware. So when El Terrell was dragged down, it's a floating city that is chained to the ground. The chains are the only way to get up and down unless you can fly or teleport. And then floating above El Terrell is this blue orb called the Companion. The reason we're coming here, one of the reasons is not only to drop people off, we have found these rods that are inserted into the Companion and do something we know not what. But we were told it was something that would be good for us and bad for Zariel.
Can I say that I am from El Terrell and that's how I ended up in hell in the first place?
No, we had talked about you made a deal and ended up here through the deal.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the deal could still be made from being in hell El Terrell, but that's fair.
Yeah.
El Terrell. Hey.
The joke has been made.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't here to make it.
How about I bet no one said Hell to Hell.
Oh no, that's not a good.
Anyway,
Oh boy.
So, the party needs to drive past the demons and devils to get to the chains, and then climb up the chains to get to El Terrell. You cannot drive up the chains.
our tank is way too big for that.
Yes. So.
I was just gonna like click the fob to lock it before we go.
What are you guys doing? Or do you want to park further away and then just roll a series of stealth checks and like survival checks in order to get to the chains unattacked?
I don't suppose anyone in the party has a pass without trace they could throw around, do they?
What's this magic you speak of?
I just make people invisible.
I mean, that could be useful for the people that are not stealthy.
Gonna say I have the mithril plate, so I'm not at a disadvantage at least.
That's fair. I make myself invisible just by sheer skill.
I don't have anything like that, but
I feel like trying to go there via just stealth is gonna get us attacked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we get attacked, we can always fight back.
No, there's thousands
There's-
and thousands and
yeah.
thousands of devils and demons.
Yeah, no, this is
These are
Straight up
armies. We
Yeah,
would be.
these are armies.
We would put up a good fight, but we would eventually be slaughtered.
It's somewhere between thousands and millions of demons and devils.
And I
Because
feel
El
like
Terrell just had to drop right on the fucking Blood War battlefield.
Or are they drawn here because of El Terrell and the
Oh,
Companion?
shit.
I have a question.
Yes.
Which way are we coming in from?
You can determine that. Basically, you guys can pick whether you want to come from the northeast, south, or west, because you guys see El Terrell coming in your tank, so you can kind of circumnavigate the battlefield and decide from which vantage point you want to go from.
Okay, my idea. This is just a saying idea. What if some of us right outside of the tank, like on top of it, and we go from one of the army sides, but I-seaming us into looking like people from the army, so it looks like, oh, we're gonna go fucking guns a-blazing in there, or whatever. And we don't get hit by any of the army we're riding next to. Does that make sense?
that
I think assuming is honestly our best bet right now.
that does make sense. At the very least, that'll at least eliminate half the threat. I mean, an army's still an army, but I'd rather face one than two.
Oh,
So-
you wouldn't face any. You would, because we're going up. So the idea would be to use the seaming to get past one of the armies and then just go upwards.
Right, we're passing through one of the fronts, not through the center of the battlefield, if we can at all avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if we're doing that, then leaving the tank behind and just how many people can you seaming at once, Aries?
As many as I see within 30 feet.
Fuck me. Okay. We might want to then leave the tank to reduce the chances the tank gets stolen. Because there's nothing like binding the sphere breaker to our control that it's not attuned to any of us, is it, Kyle?
It's not, but what I was gonna say was it probably won't get stolen because Jukes and Ed and
Ed.
oh my god, Rasputin can guard the tank.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
You
yeah.
have you have basically my character and 2 NPCs that could stay with the tank.
Sure. That makes sense. And honestly, there are few people better set to keep people away from a tank than a mind controller. Okay, yeah. I think then Aries has the right idea. I think we seeming to make ourselves appear like one of the armies, make our way to, like, underneath Elturel, and then just start climbing. Are there any objections?
I mean, it seems like a pretty good idea to me, but...
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I fly. If I fly, can I not have to climb?
Yeah. 100%. You would have, well,
Holy,
as far as the
I
climbing,
failed gym class so hard.
yeah.
I failed too. I decided to do magical drugs instead.
All right. Can I have a group performance check to pass through these devils and pretend to be devils?
I have a
You
question.
look like them. Can you act the part?
So-
Right. That's the real question.
Can I just shut my trap and not do anything?
You gotta walk. It's about how you sway your tail. It's about how you walk. It's about how
If we
you
stay
breathe.
inside the tank and are less visible...
Only the ones outside the tank would have to do it. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I know Azra's outside the tank because he's
Oh,
driving...
I thought we were parking the tank outside with Jukes.
Oh, I thought we just said we weren't. Because we wouldn't need to worry about it getting stolen.
Oh, okay. No matter what, it'll get stolen. But then it does. Yeah. There's okay.
Are we riding the tank in or not?
Party?
My concern was that if we ride it in, there's a higher chance of it being stolen. But Kyle has said that Jukes, Rasputin, and Ed can keep the tank
I was
safe.
saying that specifically if you parked it in the middle of nowhere outside the battle, they'd be safe. There's no way 3 people can take on 1,000,000 inside the battlefield.
Gotcha.
So,
That makes
yeah.
a great deal more sense. Okay. So yeah, we're walking, friends.
All right.
We're not off to a great start.
I
You're
will
gonna
attempt a performance check, but I only got a +1. Let's see
It's
where
a
it goes.
group one, so it's based
Ah,
on
smooth 5. Question, would it be with advantage because we have a seeming on us? They're not going to be looking at us closely and being like,
So, the only reason I'm having it be a performance instead of like, I mean, I guess you could do a deception if you wanted to. Except no, it's not talking. You're specifically performing.
I mean, we're just walking, and who cares? They're not going to be looking at how we're walking.
I just wanted to add a layer of things, so it's not just like it happens. So
In our offense as well, there are a lot of fiends who are shape changers.
yeah.
So being on the lookout for, for imposters is probably something that most of these fiends are ready to do.
It is on average, so it's not like 1 failure or 2 failures means it's bad.
I'm
Just
gonna
like
guidance myself because, dear God, this is terrible.
Wait, so do we get advantage because we look like fiends?
I was saying no. Basically, if you hadn't done it, you would have made whatever you did with disadvantage. So the seeming basically lets you make it flat. That's the idea.
Not one of us rolled a 10, much less above a 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sachi has not yet rolled.
Okay.
I have a work text. Oh God, my boss drives me insane.
The DC is literally 10. So can you average above 10 with your
Holy
current roll?
God. I got a 17, so I'm doing the best so far.
Doing performance or deception?
Performance.
Oh, they're both the same for me, but that's fine.
Okay.
Sachi almost rolled a 10.
Plus 5 is 19. Plus 13 is 32. Plus 7 is 39. Plus, what'd you get, Azra? You got
17 total.
17, which would be 56.
Can I?
Yes.
Wait, you're doing that.
71. 71
Oh my
divided
God.
by 7 is exactly 10 point something. You guys passed by a decimal point. You guys passed by like
Oh.
0.1.
I was gonna ask
my
if
goodness.
I could have advantage since I technically was given demon powers and attributes.
Oh, that's a good point. I would have just let you. Yeah, if you already are a demon or devil, you could just make it. But you guys passed, so it's okay.
Woo! Well, howdy. We get some funny looks.
Oh shit!
There you go. That's even better. So now the 28 will help balance out the nat 1 Souffle got. So
Uh,
I'm a demon, I'm a demon, I'm a demon.
Souffle is like,
I'm a demon,
it's
I'm a
so
demon."
nice to be fiendish
Yes.
down here in Avernus with fiends.
I'm definitely not a fairy wizard. Nope, definitely not.
Sachi is actually just singing, I'm a demon, 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 I'm a demon. And
You
singing
harmonize
as
with three
but it's
other bearded
actually-
devils who are also singing that song.
Someone is singing 1,000 demons on the wall, take one down, pass it around, 999 demons on the wall, and like you're just like...
It's whichever side we're not on.
Although her eye does twitch just a bit because she is very hungover from last night.
So we arrive at the chain.
Hey,
I don't know how we survived that.
The party does remember that there are several flying devils around the chains, succubi, incubi, things of that nature.
The sexy ones.
Wait, can you pull that back up again? I accidentally tapped it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you guys look like demons and devils. They're just devils, so you should be fine. So similarly, unless you can fly, if you can fly... Ooh, actually, how many people can fly? Is it
I
Sachi
believe
and
it's just
Souffle?
Sachi and Souffle, but can anyone else pick themselves? Oh, Aries, obviously, she has wings.
Obviously. Okay, so because...
I'm sorry, Aries.
Aries is a penguin.
Because three of you can... We're going to do athletics checks to climb this. The three of you that can fly don't make an athletics check, but you can kind of give the help action to three other people so they don't fall.
Can it be acrobatics?
It's climbing is typically athletics, but
Climbing is athletics, but balancing is acrobatics.
yes. So if you, since well, the thing is, you don't have to balance on these since they are like 40 feet wide. They are like humongous.
Oh, that's true.
thing.
We
So
took
balance-
whole mounts down these last time.
Yeah. So balance is not really an issue here. They aren't. Each chain link is a 20 by 20 square. So, yeah, you don't actually need to balance. So it unfortunately would be athletic. But if you know you have a bad one, feel free to ask one of our flyers to escort you up.
I mean, I have a 4. I just have a 9 in acrobatics.
Okay, so yes, if one of the flyers would like to help Helen, Helen has asked one of the flyers for help.
I've also cast guidance on Helen with D4.
Don't worry, Helen. I'll help you.
Okay, so Helen, you now have advantage.
I don't think Helen needed it.
Well, still, nat 20. But in my world, the nat 20 allows you to help someone else. So if someone else fails, your nat 20 will help. Azra, you are up. You are climbing. You are good to go. Helen, you are just sprinting up these chains. No problem. Bakram, you are okay. You start to falter, but you're good. Juniper, you're again just running up these chains. And then I think the rest are the three flyers. So yeah, yeah, you guys made it up. Nobody even needed help. So
Stupendous. We're amazing at this, y'all.
and this, for people who haven't been here, is Elturel, the city on fire, dragged to hell. There used to be water, like a river that flowed through it. Since the river did not go with it, there is just a large expanse of nothingness in the middle of the city. The party knows that there's a marketplace that was mostly abandoned last time. Maybe it's been a little rebuilt. The drow from Azra's family and military and stuff are here. Juniper's family is here. And Aris's previous family was from over here.
The crater that is where Aris's home used to be.
Yes, now there is a hole in the ground. Exactly that. Yeah. Oh,
we also made a safe space out of the high hall.
Yes, there are refugees in the high hall, 100%, yes. So you guys climb up the chains, and above you, which we will have to figure out a way to get up, is the companion.
Right.
For the
And it's
there
like-
is, I do have a companion map, but this blue will just be like representative of it here.
Right. It's like a couple hundred feet up, if I recall correctly. I don't think
Let me double check. I have a quick question for the party.
the party?
Yeah, of course.
So I completely forgot what the companion does and why is it important. So,
The companion, if I recall from like the history of Elturel, was like some kind of defensive magical ward that stood over Eltureld and provided a degree of defensive abjurative magics for the city as a whole. I think that it was originally built, if not by Thavius Krieg, then by his predecessor, as a... Because I think it was the companion that initiated the magic that dragged Elturel into Avernus in the first place.
Yes, that is 100% true. It was built as a supposed protector, but it was in fact never a protector. It was the engine of Elturel's destruction from the very beginning.
Okay, I see.
You could afford that, Juniper?
Yes, I could. Ooh. Thank you. I haven't been spending any of my money.
Yeah, you saved up for a while, huh?
I don't have any money either.
I do like that, but personally, I'm a fan of the barrier tattoo. That's a...
Well, my armor class is already 22. And I have -1 dexterity, so all of that would not help me.
The barrier tattoo would replace your armor, but it wouldn't be +1 armor, so it would be worse than what you currently have.
Yeah.
And more expensive.
I actually never went through all these tattoos. I wonder what some of the other ones are.
Interesting, the tattoos. I was looking at some of... Whoa, hello, goodbye, voice.
Kyla's furiously searching to see if I could actually afford that. I can indeed afford
No, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the companion.
0.61 gold would end up being 6 silver, 1 copper, right?
That is exactly correct.
The companion is located 50 miles into the sky.
Jesus Christ! 50 miles?
I'm double checking that.
That's a lot.
But, this thing is absolutely gargantuan, or...
Oh, yeah, it's full on the size of, like... I can tell you how big it is, actually. See here, description...
I dare say this thing has its own gravity at that point.
Oh, it's 400 feet in diameter. It's a 400 feet diameter sphere. And yes, it is 50 miles in the sky.
I need you to know that the Earth's atmosphere ends around 30 miles up.
Okay, you know what it probably is? It was probably 50 miles in the sky when it was up, on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So now, let's see.
Okay, that's not true. Okay, so the breathable atmosphere of Earth ends at 11 miles up. 50 miles up is about the midpoint of Earth's atmosphere.
Okay.
That's the
still
mesosphere.
High up for its 400 feet diameter doesn't seem like that big for 50 miles up.
Yeah.
That is the point at which literally all water in the atmosphere freezes.
I don't even think you'd be able to see that with the naked eye that high up. Unless that thing...
Fantasy authors do not have a sense of scale.
Yeah, I think that is 100% the case.
Either that or this thing's literally blinding to look at. See, this is why it's always scary when someone
There's
asks
one
how...
part here that says it's only 50 feet wide, but then 2 seconds later it says it's 400 feet in diameter. It can't be 400 feet in diameter, but 50 feet wide. That math is...
those are very different things.
Okay, so we're going to rule that it was in the atmosphere when it was on Faerun. Now that it's in Avernus, it must be closer. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to use our handy-dandy map we have. So, the scale... Oh, does this map not have a scale?
Well, Avernus's physicality does not exist in the constant state, so it cannot.
No. The Elturel map, though. This is still should be referential.
Oh, the Elturel map should have... You're right, that should have a scale on it. That is
all right. Well, I'm going to make up a number. Everybody say a reasonable number for how high an orb should be floating above the city. Everybody say a number now.
I think 1.5 miles.
Say 1 to 2 miles would be decent for 400 parts of diameter.
Yeah, that sounds good.
7 miles.
Aries, why? Where is we have to get there?
I mean, I hope you're strong enough to carry me up there, because I ain't.
I'll take the average of 7 and 2, so it's now 5 miles in.
Aries. You jerk.
I mean, that's better than 50.
Alright.
Well,
Oh boy.
Okay, guys, don't judge me.
fuck everything.
So yes, this blue orb is now 5 miles away from you. Actually, you know what? We have the handout, which is like obviously an artist's rendition. Show players. So if this brown island is the entire city of Elturel, and the companion's right there, yeah, I guess that might be 2 miles.
Or a mile, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go 2 miles. It doesn't matter. So it's 2 miles.
That's
moving
only
on.
11,000 feet we're gonna have to cross between ourselves and that stupid fucking sphere.
All right.
It's all right, because we're gonna break that stupid fucking sphere.
You
If
guys-
we can get to
You have to get to it, yeah. You have to get the 9 rods to sphere. Okay.
Oh, right.
Yes, we are in Elturel. I think that will, as the person who plays the NPCs, they're going to be like, bye. And so...
We can play the scene if you want, but Azra is going to like personally see Ekondio to the embassy, especially because she is now a fiend.
Oh, 100%.
There's a lot of like.
Yes, I would agree. Anybody the characters have a thing to, we can definitely have a scene for. But like Romeo and Ryan are just gonna be like, all right, guys, it was good partying with you. Good luck saving the world. I got my son. I'm gonna go take a nap.
I was never emotionally invested in your story, so goodbye. Azra does not say that, but he does think it awful loudly. Helen and Aris might be able to hear him think it.
Romeo and Ryan leave. I think that Teeny, the Lindlands, and Randolph look at Aris, and they would say, one of the Judy Hopps Lindland would look at you and be like, miss, your family still owns the land on the west side of the city? Maybe we should go rebuild, and Randolph could come with us, and we could try to rebuild a home for you and Teeny for when you're done, and Teeny can stay with us there.
I don't think you and your family are longer in our service, so you wouldn't need to do that. It's okay if you want to just build a house for yourselves, and Teeny if you want, but if you, just letting you know, you have no obligation towards me or Teeny.
I think until you figure out what's going on with your mom and dad, I think and my dad, I think we're kind of still like bound together until something is, the final nail in the coffin, as it were. So we're gonna go we're gonna build a place to be safe, and then when you figure out your parents, we can split ways. That's fine.
Okay.
I think Juniper was saying, like, she's giving you the option to be free. Like, you can stay.
Yes, and we definitely will be free once your parents are dealt with, and we're no longer fearing for our lives.
That is somewhat reasonable. Okay.
Randolph looks at you, and Randolph's like, Aris, I am still in your life, and I will build you a home for you and Teeny, and if you don't want me around afterwards because I'm a demon, that's fine, but, if you want me around, then it'll be me, you, and Teeny, but that's up to you.
Oh my gosh, were you always so clingy? Like, I'm so like again, Aris, I want to say when Aris saw this man again, it was like seeing her ex. It's like, this again.
He didn't break up with you, he died.
He died.
And you were fucking devastated.
I was truly, I acted that up. I was devastated, but now it's like, ooh, you know.
Now he's back to life. I don't want him anymore.
She's fully moved on.
He was my character development, and that's all.
Things are just different now.
Aries fridged him for her development and doesn't want him back.
Well, yeah.
Yes. So they leave, and then Azra, what you have your scene with Princess Akandayo now. You head towards the Drow embassy.
I think Azra is just like staying by her side, like walking that very careful one step behind her as they make their way there. I feel like there's a lot of... Are there any people on the streets as they pass?
Really, it's kind of towards the... people are still kind of scared to be here. There's still there's a couple devils and demons running around causing trouble.
I mean, we're right above the Blood War, so I can't imagine that's ever going to stop what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think, like, Azra is trying to attempt to shield her from the gaze of like, anyone who is looking, because I imagine people are reacting poorly to her presence there. And when they get to the embassy, Azra is going to open the door ahead of her.
Before you go in, she would just say to you, Azra, do you think that they'll understand? Do you think they'll accept me? Do you think that the people, if let's say we get out of here, do you think the people will I still be a princess in their eyes given my situation?
There is nothing I want more than to reassure you that you will be. But I do not know, Your Highness. All that I can promise you is that no matter what you're standing, no matter where we end up, I will always be by your side.
Thank you. She's definitely crying.
I think Azra is too. Azra's gonna like consciously make an effort to collect himself before he walks up to the doors, and he looks at her and says, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, ready as I'll ever be.
Azra nods and opens the doors to the embassy.
Inside, the first thing you see are the guards. Where is it? I lost the page. There it is. You see... Here, there's the princess. So you see these guards. You know them. They see you, Azra, and they nod at you, and they're like, "We see you've returned." And then they see someone who looks kind of like Princess Akandayo, and yet not at the same time.
Before they have a chance to react to her appearance,
Yeah.
Azra at the door is going to announce, "I have returned to the embassy of Caladay, and I bring with me the honored princess, third daughter of Her Imperial Majesty Kamaria, the Princess Akandayo Field Caladay." And Azra will step to the side and take a knee on the ground as Akandayo comes through the door.
You hear gasps, both of shock that you've returned, but also gasps at her form. And the three in the front immediately kneel down. Some of these are not actually unconscious. Some of the ones in the back falter for a second, and there's some doubt in their eyes. But then they eventually do kneel as well. And then from the actual throne room, the two advisors, they come running out. And they're like, "Azra, you did it! You succeeded!"
Yes. Yes, I did. I think it's just like dawning on Azra that he actually has saved his princess. and he was tearing up before, but he's full sobbing now. And he turns to Akondayo and he says, "Your Highness, welcome home."
Yes. I am home. This is home. And then Masozi and Isavo come over and they grab her. While they respect their princess, Masovi breaks ranks and does like give her a hug. Isavo just
He was always disgustingly emotional.
Isavo just like gives a salute and is like, "Ma'am, it's good to have you back."
That's professionalism right there. Azra is going to go to the base of the steps as Akondayo greets Masozi and Isavo, and he goes back onto one knee and he says, "Your Highness, though I have no right as one who failed you in my duty to ask of these, I must beg your favor one last time. This city, this embassy, and indeed our nation are still in great danger from the fallen angel who commands Avernus. I request your leave that I might continue in my journey to stop her."
Yes, you were on a personal journey for me, but now the greater societal good, not just of El Terrell, but of other cities like Baldur's Gate. Yes, you have my permission to continue your search for salvation.
Azra will nod, and Azra bows his head in supplication for a moment, and says, "By your leave then, princess. I will return to your side, I swear."
All right.
And Azra stands up and takes his leave.
I would like an interaction with the princess.
With what?
Oh shit, was Aries there?
What'd you say, Gray? I didn't hear you.
I would think that I thought that the whole party was there. The
whole party
No
could
one's-
be there. I assumed the whole party would be outside and only Azra and Akondayo went.
No one stated they were following us, so I didn't know that any of y'all were there.
I would have stayed outside, and once Azra came out, I'd be like, "Okay, my turn." I'm gonna
So
go.
Azra walks out. Is the whole party there waiting for him?
I think Sachi's like got her ear at the door listening based on what.
Oh my god.
Say,
Honestly, if no one stops her and other people are walking in, she'd probably walk in.
Or after he comes out.
Okay, yeah, I think
Start.
Azra walks out then, sees the whole party still waiting there, and like,
no.
he makes a...
Wait, what did you say? Why'd you say no?
Juniper's not there.
Yeah. Juniper would have been there when you went inside, and now Juniper's not there. Yeah.
I think Azra makes a gesture that he hopes is subtle, but is very obviously him wiping tears away. And he looks around and... Is anyone other than Juniper not there? I assume that means only Juniper walked away.
Yeah,
so
only Juniper
his
walked
first
away.
question is going to be, where does Juniper?
The party would have seen her crying. When it says like Juniper falls to her knees and cries, like that would have happened in front of people, and then Juniper walked away. So the party would have seen that, except for Azra.
Well, no one's volunteering the information.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a character to answer Azra's question, guys.
Say, well, no one followed her, so how would they know?
Oh no, I get that they wouldn't know where you went, Juniper, but they would have seen you cry. They would have seen you walk away, and I would think they would impart that knowledge and be like, and then she went north. You know what I mean? Like I would think that something would be said. So.
There was
I have
a
no
talking
idea
and I
what
didn't
direction
hear
this
the
is.
question. Yeah.
Question.
Azra asks, where is Juniper?
Oh, she left.
What?
She looked real upset. I'm
Where did she
great
go?
at reading people, but oh my god, she was real bad.
Did you see what direction she went in?
I think off in that direction last I saw, and I just kind of point.
Juniper,
Excellent improv.
Juniper, did you go west, like towards your family?
I have no information. I haven't met us.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah, I would have started walking towards my family.
Okay, so when Bakram pointed, he points west.
Yeah.
Azra takes off running.
Oh, okay. Is he going too?
I think he's leaving now.
I guess nobody talks to each other. Okay, let's go.
Does the party follow Azra?
I'll catch up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Aris wanted to go inside. Okay, Aris, we're gonna come back for your scene. But yes, the party led by Azra runs west towards where Juniper was seen walking away.
Azra's full out calling out for her.
Yes.
I think it's
Juniper?
Husky's leading the party, and more the party's following him, chasing her.
You just see her just like silently just walking slowly, like just not responding, just like dead-faced.
Juniper! Juniper, what is wrong? Azra's gonna catch up, and I don't think he grabs you, but he does walk along. He does get to, like, beside you.
She kind of looks at you with dead eyes, and she goes, "What are you doing here? You don't belong here anymore, Azra. Go back to your princess."
What? Juniper, I would have thought you would have been somewhat happy for me. Do you hate me so much now?
Azra, everything you've done has been for your princess. You've given up so much of yourself, so much of what you believed in for your princess.
Yes.
It's hard for me to think that you would leave her side. I just... Why are you here? Go be with her.
Azra is going to grab your shoulder at that and, like, fully turn you to face him. Juniper, do you think that my princess is safe here? Do you think that any nation in the world is safe?
I get it.
Is...
I get it now. I get it. Okay.
And what do you get, Juniper?
I thought that perhaps you came back because you cared for us. But I get it now. Don't worry. We'll save your princess again. I thought that maybe you came back because you would have missed us or you cared about us, but your princess is still in danger. No, you've put her socked away somewhere she can be safe until
Juniper,
you can
what
fully
has brought
save
this
her.
cruelty on? Why are you speaking to me in this way?
I wonder. Sometimes. I wonder. I'm gonna go.
Juniper, we have a mission.
Right.
We have something to accomplish here, and I am here to see that through.
Right. Yeah. As long as, you know, she comes first, right? You know what, Azra? I'm glad you're here, but I'm gonna go see my parents. I think I'm gonna go. I'll be back, or you know, I know there's things we have to do, but I also have important people to me. So, no. Maybe I'll get to be selfish sometimes. And then she just kind of walks off.
I want to say something, but I know it's socially unacceptable.
I'm
just imagining Sachi singing that behind Azra as
this is in
Juniper walks
character.
off.
I take character, yeah.
Oh,
This is in
fantastic.
character.
I mean, go ahead and say it. It's not like you've ever been socially acceptable.
Hey! I mean, but fair. You're being pretty selfish right now, Juniper.
Yeah,
There's
guess I
different
am.
There's different versions of people caring about you.
Hmm.
Do you weigh Azra against your parents? Are one or both of them more important than the other? I mean, sure, Azra has a princess. He has a job and a duty to like take care of her and stuff.
Hmm.
But that doesn't change how he feels about you.
I guess I just thought that you know someone, and then I guess you find out you don't. And I understand that we don't know each other well, and you've only really seen Azra like this. So maybe you don't understand. Maybe you've known people like this. And that's fine. You don't have to know.
Maybe I don't, but I had a partner just like you guys. And no, we didn't always get along, and I didn't always agree with his decisions, especially when they involved murder. But, I mean, you have to respect them at the same time.
Right. And when things come up, when you feel like someone over and over and over again never chooses you, you can choose who stays in your life. You can prioritize people too, right?
I'm sure, but you're also assuming that he chose somebody over you, and I haven't heard him say that yet.
No, but actions sometimes speak louder than words.
Juniper, I do not know what I have done to make you believe that I do not care for you, and I apologize for it. But we are not in a situation where all of my actions will be considerate. We are fighting a war.
Hmm. It's fine.
And when this is done, I will apologize in whatever manner you feel appropriate.
And why not apologize now?
When this is all done, you'll just go back to your princess. And I'll go back to my order. And
Then that is you making the decision to split ways, and not me.
oh, am I to join your order? Will your princess accept me? Will we be best friends and see each other every day?
I do not understand why this is such a zero-sum game with you, Juniper. No, we will go back to what we were before, where we saw each other occasionally, because we live in different nations.
Right.
Juniper, you will never not be a dear comrade of mine. You will always be someone with whom I would trust my life. I don't know what it is that you want from me anymore.
I think that I've wanted too much for too long. I think it's time that I want more for myself and less from others. I think that I become more realistic. I think I need to see my parents, and we're going to go on this mission very soon, and we are going to need a way up. And what better way up than to ask for help, right? So we might as well ask for help, right?
Yes. Of course. Let's meet back at the Maiden's Leaf in 3 hours.
Seems fine to me. And she just continues on her way.
Azra lets her go.
Aries.
Eris's drama
Yes,
senses are
we-
tingling.
We do cut back to Aris.
Who wants him to
Uh,
apologize with marriage, apparently.
What?
She said apologize with marriage.
Aris, what did you want to do at the Drow embassy?
Assassinate. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Aris is
Imagine.
a stricter form, true and through and through.
JD's face when he heard that was priceless.
I didn't see this campaign becoming PvP, but I guess we're doing that.
Guys, Aris has become a devil. Gray rolled a new character. No, I'm just kidding.
That would have been so fun though if I did that. Okay.
That wasn't
Anyway.
the table. Me and Gray did discuss doing something with that. With
Jesus Christ.
It might still happen. Who knows?
yeah, it could still
Don't
do
know.
this. Okay, so yeah, Gray, what does Aris wish to do?
So Aries is gonna like walk in and like walk towards the princess.
The guards would stop you and just say, "Yes, miss, I know you were with Azra and Saria, but what do you have? What business do you have here currently?"
I have a present for the princess.
All things must go through us. What?
That's such a dangerous thing to say.
That is rather ominous, too.
What? Yeah. What is it?
I was one of the people who helped save this bitch, and you're having me fucking interrogated. Really?
You are. I mean, we'll definitely let you see through, but like you're saying weird things, like I have a present, and you're being very.
She literally escorted her here. She could have killed her
I
at any time.
Yeah, I literally helped save this
Hey,
person.
hey, they're just being uptight, militaristic
Also, there
soldiers.
are rules for this kind of thing.
Exactly. She's a princess, okay? So they're like, okay, we will escort you there. If you don't want to tell us what the present is, that's fine. But you
she
will.
has it in her hands. It's a hat.
Oh, it's a
It's
hat.
just,
Okay.
it's just a hat.
Okay. Yeah, so they escort you up to the throne. You're at the bottom of the stairs. The stairs lead up to the throne where the three the princess and her two advisors are. And they look down and they're like, and Princess Ekendayo says, yes, Eris, what can I do for you?
Hi, so I don't appreciate this militaristic jurisdiction you have on me right now. Okay, like I don't appreciate
Guards. You do guards. Give her some space. She's completely safe and she's a friend and she's not only a friend to me, she's a friend to the Drow and yes, let her just and they all the guards give you like a 20-foot wide berth. Like they all splay from you.
Yes, I think that if one of them had like Eris by the arm or something, she would have like.
They
shoved
did not
herself
have you
into
by
it.
the arm. They
Okay.
were just standing next to you, but now they have spread out.
Thank you, Ekendayo. I can fucking breathe now. Anyways, I have this for you. Look at it.
Her by her first name.
This is a hat. It's like I don't know what it looks like, but I'm just gonna say flavor wise, it looks like a beret.
Okay.
And she's like, this is a hat for you. I always used it. No, I really didn't use it, but I think you would have more use for it.
Is it a special hat or is it a hat? What is it, Eris?
Oh yeah, it's a special hat. Eris puts it on and she changes her figure to look like Ekendayo before she was demonized.
Is that a hat of disguise?
Yes, it is, bitch. It is. It is a hat.
Yes, it is.
Isavo just like evicts her on the spot. Like you don't speak
Yeah,
to a drow princess that way.
Yeah, they did start to get like that, but then Masozi calms Isavo down.
It's a term of endearment. I'm not gonna lie. It's just that. Yes, I brought it for you so that you could have it because I know you're gonna. You wanna look the way you used to.
While I don't want to lie to my people, I think this could be definitely useful for a transition. I greatly appreciate this, Aris. This is a mighty fine gift. Thank you so much.
I think this would be perfect for like, let's say that when you like tell the drop people, oh, I have a skin condition, and so you're gonna be like the great bard Michael Jackson, where he changed his skin color gradually with a hat of disguise, like it was a fedora though.
Yes.
To show his true form.
He looked like he was Chelton, and then eventually he looked like he was from the Sword Coast. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, gotcha. This is bad territory. We're moving on.
I love how 4 of us had the exact same reaction. Oh, JD just gone. JD's gone.
He's just straight up.
I will not be on this stream anymore. Yes. So she does take the hat. She puts it on her form. She tries it out, and indeed, she looks just like she did before she died. And she goes down. She takes the steps down. And she gives you a hug, Aris, and she just says, "This is the nicest thing. Thank you so much. You should rejoin your friends."
Yes, I will do that, and I expect a favor in return, aka wedding, front row wedding seats at your next wedding. Thank you.
Wedding for who? Who's getting married?
I don't know. Your marriage, whenever that happens.
Okay, yeah. If a wedding happens, you will be the maid of honor. He's kidding. She's kidding.
JD, did you just come back with a hard drink?
I came back with the beer, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was probably separate from the joke, but it makes it funny.
You confound these owlin, they drive me to drink.
No.
Yeah, so Aris has given the hat of disguise to Princess Akandayo and left the embassy. The Aris can fly, so she can clearly see the party. Minus Juniper is like here. Before the bridges. Juniper has crossed the bridge and is heading towards her knights. Yeah.
Okay, so I saw that she's walking away from the group.
Yeah, because you're flying to catch up, and you would see that, yes.
And the last person who had my token actually was Aris. Even though technically Aris can mind speak, but I think my token lasts further anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so does that mean I heard everything that happened?
No, I can contact Aris and see through you if I want.
Horrible.
Sounds
Okay.
so
Aris, so which party do you join? Do you go to Juniper, or do you go to the party at large?
Let me roll an intuition check.
Okay.
Oh my.
Roll insight. On a nat 20, Juniper might need some comforting if like she's by herself. Well, actually, I'll leave it to Juniper. Jess, do you think that Juniper wants alone time, or do you think she would appreciate Aris's friendship in this moment? On a nat 20, what do you think Aris would think about Juniper?
I think that Juniper would probably need the alone time. Because I think she thinks that everyone's just going to leave her anyways. So she just needs to be alone.
Okay. So that's the thought you get, Aris, as you're flying.
Yeah, join the party.
Okay. So the party, what are we doing, gang? Juniper's going to her family at the Knights. The party needs to find out some way to go 2 miles into the sky.
I know there was a druid and also a paladin, Raven Older Guard?
Yes.
Or Older Raven Guard. I forget which one.
That was the running joke. No one knew which one was correct.
I know. It's either Raven or Older or Raven Guard.
Yeah.
Did we send him to the High Hall?
I want to say he was at the High Hall with the other refugees. Yeah.
Yes.
Because they were in the basement of the High Hall, where the other members of his order.
Exactly.
That's right. We got somebody else from the cemetery. That's what I was thinking.
Did we ever get
the
enough?
cemetery is run by Godric, and he was the necromancer who was running the cemetery and also blocking the portal that was leading either to Bahamut or Baphomet? Baphomet, not Bahamut.
Yeah,
Baphomet. And so yes.
Did we ever get enough parts to make our flying pirate ship?
No one has really been actively doing that.
Check on that.
What do you mean? Yes, we did.
You guys went and got. I think you got the one thing when you defeated Princeps. I think, and you never went back. So you'd have to go back and find out. Yes.
We got like the bell and a bunch of stuff from the.
And then yes, so you've gotten 2 sets of parts. You got the parts from. Yeah.
We did get some scrap, but I don't think we went back to the wreckage to see if we could have fixed it. That, Juniper, would have been a super good idea.
Yeah. If the party... The thing is, you'd have to now climb down the chains,
go back to the
River Styx, get back to the tank, and then drive to where your airship...
I think if we don't find a way up there here, that might be our next best bet.
I say, well, I'm going to my family to visit and to ask for help anyways. So.
What I would say to the people who are new, the party does have a kind of airship. We have a boat that if we use parts, time, and know-how, we could convert it into an airship. But it is far away from here, and we forgot about it, and so now it's not.
No one forgot about it.
Not we forgot about it, but we didn't go check up. We didn't go check up on it, is what I meant.
Oh, because we were looking for parts.
Well, yes, but you have to periodically stop in and see if the parts are good enough or if they're the parts you need, and yeah. It's like in a video game when you pick up the parts around, but then you still need to turn the parts in, and then you can see what status you've made. And okay. Okay.
Asura suggests the party at large goes to the High Hall to speak to Older.
Yes.
Or
so the party heads south to the High Hall. We're gonna do Juniper scene with Ilmater Knights first because it's closer. Juniper, you arrive at your family's not castle, whatever you call where knights live, barracks. You arrive at their barracks. For people who don't know, this is Juniper's dad.
We're not seeing anything.
Oh, no?
No.
I found it, and I moved you not there. Because that's what I do. Okay, there we go. Juniper's dad is this Viking-looking motherfucker. Juniper's mom.
Okay, you're not gonna say any of their names?
I mean, they don't need to know that. But yeah, I could, yes. I have them here. Your last name is
Moonstorm.
Moonstorm. I know. Yep, Moon. Okay. So Bracken is the Viking dad. Violet is the mom, and then we didn't know that they were pregnant. But then when they got to hell, they had a baby, and so Juniper now has. Shoot, this is my second campaign with a magic aging baby. Did not think about that. And so, this is her brother Willem, which when he goes to sleep, he turns into a demon devil boy because he was born in hell. So that's a thing. Juniper, you're home.
Ish. I'm gonna say I come up to the gates. Oh, look. Look at that. Ghost Randolph. I'm gonna say I walk up to the gates. Who do I see as I walk up to the gates?
His name is Sir Hand.
I go, "Hail, Ilmater, brother. Is mom and dad around?"
Hail Ilmater, sister. Yes. You can go on in. You'll find your mom and dad at the war room table, and you'll find. I guess it's the strategy table, not a war room, but. And if you're looking for your brother, he's in his bedroom.
Awesome. I look around to see the changes to the place since I've been sending people here.
Yeah, you do see shish. Oh, that's a good point. You see shish kebab. You see.
I've been sending a lot of people here for refuge, people who don't want war and who've become who are supposed to be evil but are good and all that jazzy stuff. So.
Like you'd see Chick. What was his? It wasn't Chicken Nugget. That wasn't his name.
His name is Chicken Nugget now.
It was something like Chicken Nugget. It was a bearded devil who had a pet abyssal chicken, and I know his name. I know it. I just can't think of it.
His name is Chicken Nugget now.
Yeah, his name is Chicken Nugget, and so Chicken Nugget is here, and Shish Kebab and Vrock Johnson is here. Various NPCs that you've met around Avernus that were good devils or good demons, and you've been sending them here.
As I pass by, I just raise a hand and I kind of nod, and I just go like, "Hail! I hope things are treating you well here."
Shish Kebab takes a bite of a heart. He's always eating a heart. And he's like, "Yeah, things are real good here. You gotta eat some pig hearts, but it's the only thing that's really changed. Don't have to run away from other devil demons. That's pretty cool."
It's like cow hides in my armor, quietly.
You do know, as a point of reference, Vrock Johnson does have a does fly, so he is a flying person. So something to keep in mind.
Okay.
So you find your mother and father. They are discussing the new recruits and how they can better help the city and putting out the fires that keep starting and building bridges to places in the city that the bridges have collapsed. And they see you, and in unison they're like, "Daughter! You've returned!"
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
They're gonna roll a perception or insight to see if they can see that you were crying recently. Nope.
Yeah, it's been a while. So my group that was here last, we've been through quite a lot, and we actually have a plan to take down the companion, right? Mess it up?
Oh, that's great. The companion is part of what's keeping us down here.
Exactly. But we need some help. We need some help getting up there, and we were wondering if you could help us. If you have any ideas, we need help getting up there. I know that I've been kind of shedding a lighted path of some people to come here that needed some refuge, a nice rock. If any other winged creatures could help, if you have any ideas, or
you do have Haruman, right? So they would probably react and be like, "Oh, you actually brought a friend with you right now."
Kind of. You see, this gentleman, I kind of tell them about him and how I am currently attempting to, redeem the person who is one of the big bads of hell.
Haruman introduces himself and he'd be like, "I am Lord Haruman, second in command to Lady Zariel, leader of Avernus. You must be the two meat sacks that fuck to create Juniper."
And I'm like, "Haruman, if you talk to my parents like that, I will make it so you can't talk. I'm telling them how I'm redeeming your lady, and in turn redeeming you. You didn't used to have a mouth like this on you. Don't make it so I have to silence you. You want to be able to be out and talk, right?"
Yeah.
Okay, respect my parents.
Mm-hmm. Apologies, meat sacks.
If you ever talk like this in front of my brother, I will have the trainees murder you over and over
Oh, yes,
again.
I did want to meet your devil brother. That would be very good. Yes, we should go there next.
Okay, but warning, I will have the trainees murder you over and over again.
I will be most kind to your devil brother, as he is one of my kind.
And you will watch your mouth.
Yes.
No swearing.
Mm-hmm.
No calling him a meat sack.
No, he's not a meat sack. He's a devil.
Right. You know, you weren't originally a devil, right? So...
Yeah, but I am now, and that's all I care about now. Well, that and Zariel. And Zariel cares about the devils. And the
right, but when she's redeemed...
I will follow in her footsteps, sure.
Exactly. So, respect our people. Okay. All right. So, as I was saying, and I'm being like, obviously I've changed a lot. I'm much more somber, but respectable. I'm like, would you be willing to help us? Obviously, this is part of our quest to raise the city back up. Do you have any ideas to help us?
I would say that the Vrak is a good idea. We also have a couple Pegasi in the stables we could probably lend you. Yeah, I would think that we could probably get a couple of your group up that way. We don't have enough to do all of them. We could get a couple of them.
Well, we have one of our members can also fly. How many Pegasi do you have?
2. So we could do 3 of you with the Vrak. So Vrak plus 2 Pegasi.
Okay. So that's 4 of us. How many is in our group again?
There's 7 of you and 3 of you fly.
What?
3 of you fly. Plus you now have 3 people here, so that's 6 out of 7. So you only need 1 more.
I will say Sachi's flight, because I know from I'm also playing a Warlock Genie, it is limited in its use.
Oh, okay. So then you need
it's only for 10 minutes at a time, and we'd have to calculate how far she can get going 30 feet a turn in 10 minutes.
Question. Could we make a sort of carriage to hook the Pegasi on to lift us, creating something that more people could raise, even if it's slower?
I would think that only maybe, but Pegasi probably could only pull 1 extra person in the carriage. So I guess we'll have to speak to our engineers and see if that's possible.
Okay. Alternatively, we have a ship that could use some parts that if we acquired enough of them, we could potentially change into a flying ship. It's kind of far away from here. So that would be kind of a last-ditch option.
We could probably have one of our clerics pray for divine intervention for, like, you guys to get teleported to your ship or something, but...
I mean, that would be a last-ditch effort.
Yeah. As you guys are discussing, we're going to cut away as you guys are discussing possible plans.
Okay.
And the rest of the party heads towards the High Hall.
Also, we should ask around if they have any friends that are also flying. Like, ask Vrox the Vrock Johnson, if he knows any, like, moonlighting, flying creatures that would like to get paid for their services. If there's any uber demons, devils that would like to get paid for services.
Can we take a demon?
Oh, we could also ask any of the gangs if they would like to get paid to fly us up too.
The gangs?
Yeah.
Oh, the Infernal Warlords.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there are bound to be at least a couple that are in it for money.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine those that are capable of long-term flight are relatively few and far between, though.
Right, but Jimmy Dazzle and the Pink Power Force gotta have some winged friends. We only need a capable to do a couple miles. One-way stop, really. And
sorry.
I'm sure they have a vested interest in taking down the companion as well.
We probably want to have it go, make it be a round trip, because we don't know what's going to happen when we get to the companion itself.
So I can't find my High Hall map, but I do have all the character NPCs, so I'll just pop them up. So it was indeed older Ravengard.
Damn it, that's the one I thought it wasn't.
And he was a paladin. You also had the what do you call it? The druid, Seltern O'Branch.
That's right, he had a really on-the-nose name.
Yep. So they greet you at the High Hall. Well, Seltern does, because he's the one who works on the surface, and so he sees you, and he'd be like, "Hey, I remember you guys. Well, I remember some of you you've never seen before. Fresh faces in Elturel, you don't get that too often.
We picked up a few stragglers on the way.
That's what happened last
Seltern.
time you came here, too.
It is it not? Selton, it is good to see that you are well." And Azra clasps their forearms together.
Yes. Sachi, were you saying something?
Then hi, I'm Sachi.
Hi, I'm Seltern.
Yes. Sachi, Helen, and Souffle, new allies of ours.
Bakram is
and
new,
Bakram.
too. Yes.
Bakram Kovro. My apologies.
I resent that straggler comment.
He gives the group like a salute in general, and he goes, you're friends of us, so you can go right on down. He escorts you to the secret staircase, and you go down the secret staircase into the secret basement tomb area. There you find Alder, and you guys find at this point like 1,000 people are down here in the basement. What used to be a couple hundred is now like full on. You don't know it's exactly 1,000, but it's approaching 1,000 or a little over.
Could we create a human
Easily.
chain?
Yeah,
To the-
like it's crowded down here now.
Yeah. They're actually digging tunnels. Like you've noticed that like what used to be like a wall is now a cave. So they're like expanding underground.
I guess they have to, yeah, because the surface is incredibly dangerous.
Older Ravengard will greet the party and be like, "Oh, friends, you've returned. What have you found out? What deeds have you been doing? Hello, newcomers."
Older, a pleasure to see you. Sir Ravengard, a pleasure to see you again.
Yes.
I believe we have made significant progress in our mission. We actually are looking to reach the companion. We have it on good... We have it on good word that a means is available to us by which the companion may be sabotaged.
Oh, wow. Okay. We don't know what's in there, but yes, that would be... We have to get rid of it, absolutely.
Indeed. We need a way to get the 7 people in our party up there, as well as our equipment.
We have spellcasters with the fly spell. I don't know if it
Will
would
that reach?
I don't know. He starts to do the calculations in his head. Out of character, fly is 10 minutes.
10 minutes, but a 60-foot speed.
Yeah, 60-foot fly speed, exactly.
Which means 60 feet per round. If we're allowed to dash, it's 120 feet per round. Times 10 is 1,200 feet.
In a minute.
So that's 12,000 feet, which is not 5 miles.
Mm-hmm. No, 2 miles we said now.
Oh, I thought you said it was 5. Okay.
No, then we looked at the artistic rendering and we're like, I think that's more like 2.
I mean, 12,000 feet is 2 miles. We wouldn't have a way down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone has slow fall? Because we could jump.
Helen would be fine, but...
Not that high.
Once you hit terminal velocity, you hit terminal velocity. Like, there's only so much you can do.
I have feather fall.
Oh, shit.
How many people can you cast Featherfall on at a time?
Let me check my my slots right now. Let's see.
Well, how many people does the spell affect is the real question.
Yeah, that's more so what he was referring to.
I was asking, yes.
Oh yeah, I can choose up to five creatures.
And then you can upcast it to add additional creatures.
Why would
right?
you need to upcast it? We have 2 other flyers.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can just do it to 5. Yeah, okay.
He does it to everyone
Okay.
but himself and Aries, and then we're solid.
Yeah.
The fly spell would make it, I believe. Like, I assume at this point, Azra and Older have, like, pulled out paper and they're doing calculations and they're checking trajectories and gravitational pull.
Yes.
Helen's just gonna find that spellcaster and be like, can you just cast fly?
I believe that if we manage to move at full speed utilizing the fly spell, we would be able to just barely make it. And Souffle, I believe you have the means to take us back down to the surface safely, yes?
Yeah, I think I can do it.
Stupendous.
I really hope so. They forgot to supply me wings.
Clearly something they will have to fix in the next model. I think this might work, Ulder. Do you have the capacity to cast the spell on at least 4 individuals?
Yes, I think the standard fly spell is 3, and so we can upcast it by 1.
Standard fly spell was 1.
1! I was looking at the wrong thing. Then yes, he would say I could upcast it to 3 upcasts, so yeah, yes, they can do that, yes.
Or just 2 casts at 3rd level.
That's
Or
true.
4th level.
No, because it's you would need 2 different people because it's concentration, but yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright. Yes, this could work. This could work quite well. There is danger inherent in this, but if we are flying on our own power, the difficulty is that if anything interrupts our flight, we are in trouble. This only works if we maintain top speed towards the companion the entire time. However, if our concentration is not required on the spell, we would be able to maintain our own defensive encampments. Yes, I think this could work. Although I believe we are making strides towards taking El Terrell back out of hell.
That is very good. We do not want. We're running out of space. We're running out of resources. Yes, that is amazing news.
Time is of the essence.
Okay.
I wish I could summon a steed that flies. That would be handy.
Where did you guys say you were meeting up in 3 hours? What was it called?
I said the Maiden's Leaf. If you look on the map of El Terrell, the name is listed there around the northern section.
Okay. Yes, I see it. Okay.
I'm assuming it's an inn of some kind.
Yes, exactly.
Probably in ruins because it's near the edge of the city.
So as Juniper heads north, and as the party heads north, towards the Maiden's Leap.
I mean, I definitely stop and see my brother. Just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, yes. Yes. You stop and see Willem, and he's definitely grown up a little bit. He's definitely growing faster than you think he should be. And he was probably 10, 11 when you last saw him, and now he's definitely 12, 13. He's and he's oh my gosh, Juniper, it's good to see you.
Hello, Will, darling. I say you've grown bigger every day. How have things been going?
I went through a growth spurt last week, I mean.
So I feel like my spirit grows every day, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. What about you? How's your spirit growing?
We're surviving, so I think I'm pretty happy. Mommy and Dad are great.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And are you taking care of the others that I've sent your way?
Yes, and they've been really nice to me.
I'm glad to hear it.
She points at Harrowman. He points at Harrowman. He's like, "Who's this one?"
I kind of give him the little rundown, and I'm like, so I plan on helping his mistress be redeemed, and redeeming him as well.
Willem, you have fine history in your blood, my boy. You know, if my lady is redeemed, there will be an open seat at the table under Lord Asmodeus. You could, if you play your cards right, and grow up into a fine, strapping young devil.
Well, Willem, you can be whatever you want to be, and if you choose to bring goodness to this hell realm, you
Asmodeus would
can.
not allow goodness. Asmodeus would definitely require evil.
Interesting. She kind of raises an eyebrow at Willem, and she says, "Again, your choice, but kind of suggest you pray to Ilmater about that one, little brother." And she kind of giggles. Any response?
Yeah, he goes, when I sleep, I hear two voices in my head sometimes. It's weird. Is that normal? Do most people hear voices when they sleep?
I think that everyone has temptations, and that is normal. Sometimes I don't always choose to listen to the right voice, and, you know, it happens.
One voice is Ilmater. He told me that he introduced himself. The other voice hasn't told me his name, but he kind of sounds like that guy. And he points at Arwen.
Yeah, that's probably Asmodeus.
Yeah, that sounds like Asmodeus. That's 100% his MO.
They both fight for room in your head. It's up to you to decide whom you believe to best serve. Would you like to follow someone who causes pain and horror to other people, or someone who protects others and sees the good in people?
I mean, that's way over my head right now. I just want to play with my toys.
Yes. Then you should do that. Make that decision when you grow older.
Like a month from now or whatever. I don't know how fast I'm growing.
Fair enough. Speaking of, she whips out a little figurine that she's whittled, and it's a little figurine of a child, and it's similar to Willem, but a little bit different. And it's a little child with a tail. Willem does not have a tail, but she tried to make it kind of because she doesn't know anyone like him.
Yeah, it's figurative. It's literally a figure that's figurative.
So, he wouldn't feel so alone, like he wasn't singer. And I was like, I've started to make others kind of similar to you, so that you would have something to play with. It might be a little childish now, but I was thinking of you.
I'll call him AJ. Asmodeus Jr.
You know, sounds great. And maybe when I'm on the road, I'll make you a little IJ.
Okay.
Go have fun.
He runs off. All right, so as the party heads on to the next destination, so as Juniper leaves...
she looks at Haruman, and then she's like, "Stop trying to tempt my brother's soul, you piece of shit." And then she just kind of smacks him with her flail, but not enough to give him damage, just enough to give him pain. And she's like,
I was not tempting his soul. I was merely saying...
To the training yard. To the training yard.
Once.
So yes, we go to the training yard and beat the crap out of Haruman, which is actually perfect because the party is headed north, and that means that as Juniper's done in the training yard, she will also be heading northeast. The party's heading towards the Maiden's Rest. Here's what you see. You see an odd sight. There is a bunch of commotion.
In the darkness.
There's almost a parade or something going on.
Yes.
Oh god, did Betty Boop
I see
get here?
nothing.
Tell me Jimmy's not here.
Who?
Jimmy.
Oh, no. You see a bunch of robots in the streets.
Cool.
The Elturel people are kind of scared to come out, but a couple of them come out. There is a robot elephant, a robot man, some regular Warforged wearing costumes and things like that. This guy seems to be leading the parade. Sachi, you recognize these people. You know these people from your checkered past. This one here is an old rival. His name is Click-Along Cassidy. And the group is the Gizmo Gang. Sachi, you know them to be a group of con men, bank robbers, mercenaries. They're just thugs. But Click Along is an intelligent leader, and he has done some capers. And you've definitely run against them in the past. So yeah, that's what y'all see.
What in the name of the saints?
So I haven't met it back up with them yet, right?
You are like you're gonna arrive like from the west, and they're gonna arrive from the south. So you both arrive at the same time, but different directions. So yes, you're both standing in the crowd, and yeah, you guys see Juniper. Juniper sees you guys, and Sachi, you recognize these people. Go.
I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Oh, you just... just full-on confront Cassidy immediately?
Yeah.
You got a lot of nerve being alive!
Yeah, he looks over and he goes, he literally goes like click, click, boom, and a little timer inside him goes off. And he's like, hey, yeah, you shouldn't be here. We came here. We're doing this job. Get out of town.
On job right now. I got a bigger job. It's way more important.
You guys then notice in the back, behind the elephant, are these two.
Uh-oh.
Sachi, that's fucking you. That is Sachi and Soleil, pre-demon, walking in the back of the parade behind the elephant.
How does that work out?
That's a good goddamn question.
You got a clone?
I mean, it's definitely not a clone. That one's way younger than me, and also only has one tail.
But that's definitely Soleil. You also recognize Soleil.
That part's a little weird.
You got a twin?
No,
Can I
just said
detect
did.
fear?
Yeah, Click Along would be like, hey, wait a second. What? And he's like, that's weird. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Sachi,
That
do you
makes
know
two
these
of us.
people?
I know Click. We go way back.
Click Along Cassidy's the name. Click, click.
Boom!
A pleasure?
He twirls his gun, and then he, like, goes to give you a handshake, but he gives you a handshake with the butt of his gun.
Ezra does not accept a handshake from the gun. Well, actually, hold on. Do I get the impression that the guns are, like, affixed to his hands? Like, he can't
Yes,
actually
they are.
put them down?
You'll notice that as he's like, there's like a rod or a pit. Yes, the guns are affixed to his palms.
Okay, that makes this much less insulting to Azra. Azra is going to, like, kind of awkwardly take the butt of the gun. It's pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Click, click, boom.
Is that just a thing?
That's a thing.
He
Yeah.
looks at Sachi, is that just a thing?
He does.
Oh, okay.
You know those friends you have that are kind of rivals, kind of enemies, try and kill you every once in a while, go have drinks sometimes?
No.
Like-
Not
No, I don't.
particularly.
Oh, Juniper.
Those
Glad
aren't
to see
friends.
you again.
It's a different form of friendship.
Generally, we call them enemies.
Like I said, sometimes enemies. Do you go to a bar with your enemies? No, you go to a bar with your friends.
Click Along goes, I believe the term is frenemies.
Yeah, what he said.
I don't think that is a word.
Hey, Click, how long have those two been around here?
That's the weird part. There definitely shouldn't be two of you.
There definitely shouldn't be. I am the only one that exists.
I'm thinking you're not real though, because you're definitely don't. You look different, and that one looks like you. And so we knew we had this gig going, and Soleil and Sachi decided to help us run this con.
I'm sorry,
Anyone
you are
want to
running...
ask what this con is?
Why'd
Sorry,
you tell
sorry,
me
sorry.
that you were-
He
I was
does.
gonna
He
get
definitely. Sorry. Let me run a stealth because he would whisper con to you. So let me do that.
That's
Yeah, he got a 14, so people want to try to whisper, do perception. But he goes, we're running this parade and goodwill of fortune. And then he whispers, we're running this con to Sachi.
Perception is
Why were you so mad about me being here and getting in the way if I'm already a part of the con?
Because now I'm thinking that one of you's not the real yous, and that's gonna cause some issues. So now that's throwing some muck into my gears.
I mean,
my
I
passive
could try
perception
and-
is 18. Could I have heard that?
You hear the word con by itself. You don't hear the whole sentence. You just hear
I'll
the word
also
con.
probably hear Sachi say conversation, not deception-y.
Azra,
I mean, I can always go kill her, I guess, but she's so cute. I was so cute when I was younger.
we're gonna be in trouble.
Is there a chance it's a time travel thing? Maybe you're future Sachi and this is current or past Sachi?
I don't think the soul cycle involved time travel.
I don't know what the
Soul
soul
cycle
cycle is.
involves
That
time
seems
travel?
that's not in my programming.
I think Aries had a good idea earlier by detecting fiends. I'd love to pop a divine sense.
Yeah. None of these things are fiends. They are all humanoids. Warforged are humanoids, right? Yeah.
Warforged are constructs, but they.
Oh,
I think they're counted as both.
Okay.
Because
Weird.
like Charm Person works on a Warforged.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I literally just woke up like 2 days ago. Yesterday.
Oh well, that's the solution right there. She's been with us for like a month, so she must be the real one. And he pulls his gun and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Ask me a question. We'll find out.
What was the con that we pulled at the Steeple Church in Choate?
Oh, that's easy. We were pulling off the holy water as some sort of poison.
But that was covered in the news, so anybody could know that. Okay. What about the time where I...
gun trained on you.
What about the time...
Say, Juniper just looks at her aghast.
What about the time where I murdered a whole town, and then you found out about it, and you were planning to rob the town, but I killed everybody, and then you were like, oh, man, where was that?
Question in this?
Yes, where was that? What town was that? It was never publicized.
Oh, what town? There's so much murder all the time.
I don't,
No one knows what's all the murder.
I don't know how long you's taking, fake Sachi.
Can I just like?
Sorry, Dalton, what are you saying, Dalton?
Can I put my hand in front of the gun?
You can. He then just takes his other gun and he also points it at
I will do that as well. I will. I'm just like, please stop.
He points down to his like belly button and he's like, I got a cannon there too, and I got another one a little lower. So I got 4. I'm packing 4.
Can I stun this man? I want to stun this man. Can I stun this man?
I don't want this to turn into a fight. Not in the streets of Elturel.
I don't know. Out of character, Kyle, am I supposed to be rolling something, or do I just like improv a name?
Yeah, you 100% improv a name and then he'll roll and see if you're correct, kind of a thing.
Okay.
Their fantasy medieval towns just put 2 nouns together.
Yeah, or just make up gobbledygook.
Yeah, I guess.
The name of the town was gobbledygook. Sorry,
Adela.
Adela?
Yeah.
Alright. He does. Alright. He holsters his 2 guns, and his belly button stops glowing because it was charging. And he goes, and you hear a click from inside his pants. And he goes, alright.
I want to stun this man. I want to stun him, and I want to end him.
And he goes, alrighty, we gotta figure this here out. We got
Did you
2
ask her all
Sachis.
these questions?
What?
Did you ask her all these questions?
Well, nah, but she's been with us for a month longer than you've been awake.
Dennis, he didn't know there were 2 Sachis when he...
Yeah, I didn't know. So he calls over fake Sachi. Well, no, sorry. You think is fake Sachi. To him is real Sachi. Soleil comes over, and Soleil sees you, and he goes, "Oh, babe, I didn't know you had a twin. I didn't know you had a twin sister."
I don't know how I feel about Joseph. How do you feel about Country Soleil?
This is Kyle's game. He gets to do what he wants.
Well, no, he's like, he talking like this. He's like.
Kyle's impression of a smooth guy is horrifying.
I could see the just despair on JD.
You give me pre-established characters, I'm gonna fuck with.
Hey, you know what? This is 100% on Shannon. This is not on you, Kyle. You play this character however you want.
He was either gonna be the Fonzie or he was gonna be like something else. And
Because this is what Kyle thinks is a cool guy. Is the Fonz.
It's a stereo. Fonzie is the stereotypical cool guy. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So technically, in this campaign, Soleil is my character because it's background info. So I will say the little bit of background is Soleil is more like a wisecracking like Brooklyn type guy.
Oh, I can do like a Brooklyn Joey.
That sounds a little more regular. Okay.
No, not like Joey.
In a hot second.
I'm not objecting any of this.
I
am of the opinion that if Kyle's here, he can do whatever he wants.
I need to.
Joey Wheeler.
I mean, it is Kyle's name, but it is also my character.
Oh no, I like that. Soleil Wheeler, been wheeling and dealing.
I do like. Joey
I got
Wheeler,
this.
There we
I
go.
like Joey
Fuck
Wheeler.
yeah, let's do it.
In reality, he didn't need not have this.
Brooklyn Rage. Thank you so much for getting it.
Alright, as cool as this is, and I'm really excited to see you again, I still also kind of think that you're fake because I'm pretty sure she's fake. Because there is only one of me. I'm one of a kind.
Are you insisting that you's also Sachi?
Duh.
There can't be two of yous.
I mean, duplication is a thing.
I will say Aries asked a question.
Oh yeah.
to the DM
Okay. On the other Sachi. Okay. I like this. The other Sachi would be like, I don't know how I'm gonna play other Sachi.
This is a problem entirely of your own devising.
I understand it 100%. Because this is a fake Sachi, well, you don't know it's a fake Sachi, but like if it is, then I can kind of do whatever the fuck I want because she's not real. And so, she would just be like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm Sachi. I've been with Soleil for how long have you known Soleil for? Years? Decades?
They were like orphans together, basically, in the streets.
I've been with Soleil from the start. Like, we go back to the beginning. So, whereas we don't even know you. You just came out of nowhere.
So is that the surface level?
No, that's what she's saying out loud.
Oh, okay.
So now we'll deal with your detect thoughts. So yes, with detect thoughts you get a surface level, and the surface level is I'm Sachi, I'm Sachi, I'm Sachi, I'm definitely Sachi. I need to keep being Sachi, definitely Sachi, definitely Sachi. That's what you hear as the surface level.
Okay, Aries is gonna. So I know it's based off of the questions that are asked. So Aries is gonna be like, "Who are you? What are you hiding?" And then she's gonna do a deeper dive so she can get this.
Double isn't done.
All right, give me a. It's a wisdom save on her part, right? What's your DC? Great.
17, and she has disadvantage.
Okay.
Throwing around that hiding spell like it's made of candy.
Candy.
So she fails, and you hear in her head, in order for this con to work, I have to be Sachi, and I have to get these people to believe that I'm her. How do I do that? I already have Soleil believing it. I need to get rid of this new Sachi so I can be the Sachi. That's what you get on your detections.
On that, I would probably it's a humanoid. It's a person, right?
Yeah, it's a person. Yep.
I will cast Hold Person on it.
Okay. Soleil kind of senses that because Soleil was like in the picture having her arm around her, and he feels like that the position changes, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing to my girl? What are you?
The
This is a
accent.
good
Oh my
question,
god.
Aries. What are you doing?
Aries just hoots, and then she's like, "Oh wait, I can't. Nobody understands me." Okay.
Just keep hooting.
Helm of comprehend languages.
Literally, just do that.
Is Hootcake still with me?
Yeah, Hootcake is with you.
Wait, wouldn't Hootcake be able to tell what Eris is saying and then tell me
Hootcake
what?
understands it, and then you can understand Hootcake. So yes, Hootcake can translate for you. Yes.
Okay, I would say in Hoots, she's conning the con artist. She's not the real Sachi. I'm talking about the fake one, of course. And yeah, Aries is still
Click along goes. And I think you mean the fake one that's with you, right? That's the fake one.
Aries shakes her head.
And me.
I look at the fake Sachi and I'm going to try to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. Dispel Magic automatically dispels what spell level? And then you roll for higher, right?
I think it automatically dispels, like, 3rd level.
Unless you're upcasting it, Souffle.
Yes. Do you want to upcast it?
Well, let me check my spell slots. I only have 1 4th level spell slot. So I'm going to cast it at normal 3rd level.
Okay. And it gets rid of 3rd level, you said?
3rd.
Okay. Let me see here.
Then for anything higher, it's a DC check.
This is just a 2nd level spell. Oh. So I'm going to use the token for Soleil still. So I just made it smaller because it's just Soleil. So Soleil is still there, but standing next to Soleil now is this other person who looks like this. And she's full on a Warforged Kitsune.
She actually looks baller as fuck.
So hot. Would hit it. 10 out
I'm
of 10.
sorry, Sachi, but your doppelganger looks super cool.
I mean, also Sachi thinks her doppelganger looks really cool.
Definitely hot. 10 out of 10 would bang.
So Souffle dispels this magic, and Azra just looks over at Cassidy and says, "Clearly you are not a very good judge of character."
It's also possible that you cast an alter self as opposed to dismissing an alter self.
You understand that alter self as a spell affects only the caster, yes?
Okay, disguise. He just starts naming other spells. He's like polymorph, disguise self. Like
Okay.
he starts naming
No.
other spells.
To
No.
be fair, right now, neither of us actually look like how we actually look. I know I'm arguing against myself on this, but also...
You really shouldn't open your mouth if it's gonna happen.
Hey!
So now that she has seen it,
Respect the con.
she
She's the
starts.
most awesome person to emulate. I mean,
She steps away from Soleil. And
Hold on, because she's hold person.
oh,
isn't
she's
she?
held person, right? Held person. Yes, so she does not do that. Okay.
She can make more saving throws at the end of each of her turn to throw off the effect.
Yes.
But the DC remains 17, so good luck with that.
She's gonna do that now. What was
Spells
that?
are-
Is it wisdom? Wisdom.
Aries, is hold person a wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay. So,
I don't think Sachi's very wise.
and she does have disadvantage. Well, this is fake Sachi, so it's different. No, she got a nat 1. And so,
not very good then.
Interesting.
She'd go, listen, darlings. I mean no harm to you. I don't even know who you are. Except for, and she points over at Sachi and she goes, I've heard of you. But I don't know who you others are. But let me go, and I think we can talk about this nice and square and fair, right?
Glad to see my reputation precedes me, and imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Exactly. No harm, no foul. Let me go and let's deal and talk. Let's negotiate, huh?
No, I mean, we can deal and talk with you being held like that. It's not like it's hurting you.
Well, just you have me over a barrel, and that doesn't seem like a very square place to start, now does it?
If you've been me for a month, then you know that's how I roll.
That's fair.
That is quite fair.
Probably should have counterspelled the whole person, but I wasn't. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't have a counterspell. She's good.
It was a foolish mistake to not do that. You are right.
So, why you borrowing my faith?
May I recommend, Cassidy, that we retire to the Maiden's Leap so that we are not conducting this business out in the streets for all to see? It seems that you have some liars to deal with.
He thinks it over. You hear really loud clicking from inside his head as his ears
My
are clicking.
God, that is loud.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm a kind of like think outside the box. The box being my head, so you hear the thoughts outside my thinking outside the box. Okay.
Yes,
So-
I got it.
Ears grinding, but this is too literal.
Oh, smite
Do
me.
you know what we
That
do
was a good
have in our party loot? 5 pairs of manacles. I'm going to step behind fake Sachi and manacle her hands behind her back while she's paralyzed.
She will
And-
say while you're doing that, she's like, "Well, if you're gonna tie me up, you might as well take me to dinner first, darling."
Azra just looks down at her so coldly.
Asterisk, you have smite. You can always use smite.
I was just about to ask permission.
You
Just
see
let me do it.
Juniper comes up behind her and gets the extra ones and starts roughly putting them. It's like, allow me, and just starts putting them extra roughly around her ankles and everything else, and is just like extra rough now, and just takes it over from Azra and just doesn't let him anywhere near her.
We need her to be
Worse
able
than
to walk.
Negotiation. Oh my god.
Kitsune have 7.
After they stop being nice.
I thought
They have
I-
7 tails, right? Yeah. So do you also
Between 1
put
and
man-
9 tails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys also put manacles on her tails?
How many tails does she actually have?
I'm gonna say 7 because I just made that up. So I'm gonna
Holy
stick.
shit.
Bullshit. I have 5.
I'm better than you, darling. I think you need to understand that.
Not gonna end well.
Agree to disagree.
Just one smite. That's all I'm asking for permission.
You can do it. I can heal her if she goes unconscious.
Striking a defenseless individual is reprehensible.
We do that all the time. What are you talking about?
No, we don't. Who does that? Do you do that?
Yes! Yes, we do!
On the weekend.
You literally killed whatever her face was when she could do nothing.
Okay, this was after she had murdered someone, so this does not count.
Don't be making exceptions.
There are extenuating circumstances.
And
She was
stealing
literally a
Everything is a very
fiend
gray
in service
area.
of Zariel. We are still in the streets. Can we take this into a building?
You notice that the kids that have been watching the parade get sad as like the parade has stopped and like pulled to a halt.
Okay, Bakker, once we get into the building, you can smite her.
Oh my gods, I'm tired of listening.
You and she.
Yes, you guys walk towards the Maiden's Leap. On the way, she would go, "Well, I guess I'll introduce myself since you guys have me. You have me at a disadvantage."
Cotton by the tail.
Yes, as it were. I'm Destiny Prower.
Congratulations.
Anybody who wants to can roll a history check.
Any relation to Miles?
100%.
Doesn't care.
Thank you for asking it. Alright. Let's just see.
Yeah, what's up, Greg?
You gotta be kidding me.
Is it relating to Fey Fiend or Undead?
No, it is not. Okay.
Plus one's out here showing the fuck up. Wow.
Azra, Bakram, and Helen. The three of you. Oh, Sachi, you can roll with advantage because you come from this world. You come from like this
Oh, yeah.
underbelly or whatever.
You have a
Roll
background
for
in
three,
crime
yeah.
dealing.
Okay. I
Okay,
actually literally have
There
a
you go.
background in crime. My
Yeah.
background is criminal.
So Sachi, Helen, Bakram, and Azra, you've all heard about back in Faerun, a wanted criminal, con woman, widower. She would marry rich men and then they would die or disappear. She would go from town to town, rustling feathers, and then the town would be penniless when she left. Banks were robbed. Museums had their artifacts and magic items stolen. Crypts were robbed. She went to balls, and all of a sudden, all the lights would turn off, and all the gowns and tiaras would be gone. So yes, Destiny Prower is a world famous con artist / thief.
I thought
Sachi
you were
went-
arrested for tax evasion in Neverwinter.
They couldn't keep me. They couldn't keep me if they tripped, like with my hands tied behind my back, which I did, and they still couldn't keep me.
So Sachi, when she hears her name, her eyes go big as saucers, and she's like, "My hero emulated me."
You also heard that she had died at some point because she wasn't a Warforged in the history books in the news
Sure,
story.
so did I.
Yeah. He's like, it seems
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
it seems like maybe upon my robotic resurrection I might be a little rusty.
Right, so we're taking... I guess there's not really a jail anymore. It's something of a problem.
Personating somebody isn't technically an actual criminal offense.
The incredible amount of theft, swindling, and maybe murder she has
Not
done over her life is
Are
a...
those still technically justifiable on a different plane?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, she would bring that up. She'd be like, she'd hear this call, she's like, yes, I don't think you have the jurisdiction. All the crimes I've previously committed were on another plane of existence. I don't think those are crimes here in Avernus.
Dude, you know what?
Get in the
In
eye.
fact, in Avernus, they
Hold
would
on,
be...
Dalton's saying something.
Oh, sorry, Dalton, yes.
I'm gonna look her in the eyes. Who the fuck cares about jurisdiction?
What? They aren't crimes here. You're going to arrest me for non-crimes?
Azra
Yes.
says,
Also-
well, when Zariel comes down to grant you diplomatic immunity, you will be released.
Or
technically
alternatively, I
upon
could
death.
cash in. I could cash in on the prayers of revenge that you doubtedly lined up over the years. A lot of people want you hurt.
She
I like
will...
that. I like what he's thinking.
I'm gonna pull Shannon.
Hey,
Oh, dear.
technically.
Oh my!
Technically,
Technically nothing. You are
Technically,
gone now.
flip. God damn it.
Technically,
miss?
to the void.
hang on, I haven't been told yet. I had words to say.
Yeah. Well, I think the idea was that while you were saying the words, you got a message in your head, so that was... But yes, you can finish your sentence, yes.
So technically, as somebody who has also died, when you die, all of your crimes are definitely erased.
I mean,
I don't think that is the case.
Not the case. Where is
not-
it written? Where is this rule?
I mean, if you would prefer, we can kill you again, and we can figure it out.
Did you kill
I mean,
me?
I am literally from the god of revenge. I think I would know a bit about my...
While you guys are squabbling, a secret thing happens, yes.
Lovely.
Why? Well, I do so enjoy our squabbles.
So, Bakram, I'm gonna stun her, you're gonna smite her, right?
Oh, I've been waiting to smite her since the
I'm
beginning of it.
pretty sure, like, Juniper has her slung over her shoulder or something as we're carrying her off.
Oh, wait, no, she's already currently stunned, so I can just flurry on her. And I'll use smite
We're
her.
not going to kill this woman.
Why?
Because that's not how you deal with a criminal. That's how
That
you
is
deal
exactly
with
how
a fiend. That's
Yeah,
how you deal
what's
with
the
a
difference?
monster.
What's the difference?
Oh boy, are we getting into this discussion of morality?
What's morality?
Oh my god.
Wait, I have a good counter argument.
We are in hell. Morality is
What
out.
is Gray's counter argument?
Is that how you would treat Randall?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
No, not you, not to you. Because he said, because Azra's like, oh, that's how you would treat a fiend, and Randolph is technically now a fiend.
No. Azra, like, immediately about faces in his demeanor. This is not what I meant. What I am referring to is that this manner of treatment is appropriate for creatures like Darknigger, or those who follow her, ones who have rebelled against the natural order and sought to bring destruction upon all they see.
Or ones who just bring massive amounts of suffering.
Destiny Prower is, by all accounts, an amoral creature, and she cares not for the suffering of others around her, but she has not sought genocide.
I mean, if you only punish people if they murder entire villages, your bar of punishment is very, very, like, wrong.
The fact that punish and senseless murder are on the same scale for you is a problem. You have to know that.
I mean,
There are other forms of punishment that this world can provide.
I mean, I never said I wouldn't keep her alive. I just said we would rough her up a bit.
In that case, I probably shouldn't use sword.
Torture. Torture is what this is.
Yes.
Morally reprehensible. I cannot condone this.
I mean, then don't condone it, just look away.
That is a way of condoning it, my friend.
A lot of holy men were into torture when I was out and about in my youngin' days, okay? So...
Yeah, it's like
we're not going to dive into that thing.
I mean, isn't a lot of guards
Inquisitors are a thing.
Yeah, like Inquisitors are a thing, and a lot of guards, when they need information, will like stab a person in the arm a few times.
Yes, this is a barbaric practice.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean
This
you're
is not how we do things in Gallaudet. It is not how things should be done.
Juniper will literally... It is literally against her god to torture someone.
I mean, then you just don't do it.
I will literally not allow someone to torture someone.
Then we'll just take them away and you can stay here.
This woman is at our mercy. We are not going to take advantage of that and beat her while she is helpless.
I mean, she's gotten out of these cuffs before. For all we know, she cast one spell and then it's all kaput.
Then we will deal with that when we come to that.
Wow, so you only deal with things after they become a problem. Got it. So you're gonna let your princess die again. And then you're gonna deal with it.
Juniper punches him in the face.
I don't know who this him is. Are you punching Azra?
Her.
Dalton's character is female.
Correct.
Yes.
Uh,
I punch you in the face.
Oh my god.
Not where I wanted this discussion to go.
I don't punch you in the face.
Okay, thank God.
Alright, sorry about that, guys.
I attempted to punch Helen in the face.
Helen just like kind of just like moves to the side.
Also, yes, on the history check, she had a little brother named Miles. And so... Okay. Yeah, so you guys go to the Maiden's Leap, click along in his gang, you guys, with Soleil and Destiny. Yeah. So the owner of the bar originally looks up and he's like, we don't want no trouble.
No trouble shall be had here. Of that, I assure you. And Azra's in, like, full paladin armor, so, like...
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, absolutely.
I give him advantage.
Yeah, what do you say to give him advantage, Helen?
Helen's just in the guy's head. It's like, I'll be able to tell if something happens.
I think if you talk in his head, that's not advantage.
Yeah, you talk in his head and he's like, who's in my head? Who's in my head?
I apologize. We have people among us who, and he looks directly at Helen, maybe don't understand how communication is done.
Personal boundaries, y'all. You're entering my tavern.
That is a 19 on persuasion.
Yeah.
Azra's also gonna slide him a gold coin.
He goes.
My apologies for indiscretion.
All right. Yeah. So you guys now, all the patrons have fled. The bartender stays behind the bar. You guys have this bar to yourselves.
Right.
Why'd the patrons leave, if I may ask?
Because 7 heavily armored people carrying a bound Kitsune robot
That's fair.
just walked in.
That's fair. That's fair.
If I was in a bar and I saw that, I would get out. Oh.
Could I?
No, that was gonna give me disadvantage.
That's why I bit my tongue.
Thank you.
Helen normally, her first talking isn't telepathy, so that's just how she does things.
Click along will say, all right, now, y'all, what do we do? Click, click, click. What do we do with this, this false fox?
It seems to me that her most recent transgression is lying to you directly. As such, what would you like to do with her?
Well, certainly she gets no portion of the haul from our parade and charitable, resources. So,
I'm
we'll
sorry.
start-
Portion of the pros. Were you charging money to witness the parade?
There's donations. People throw coins at us, and you hear like his brain gets like whirring up, like click.
No, this
click,
sounds
click,
reasonable.
click,
Yes,
click.
people would provide tips to performers.
Hey, guy.
That's not even a con, though. That's just running a business.
A con?
Yeah, we are. What do you mean?
Con?
Con, what do you mean, Sachi? We are lawful good traders
Can you
and
rolling deception?
yeah, he's gonna roll deception. Sachi, can you give him advantage on his deception?
Oh, they're fine. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. Look, they cleared out the whole place. It's all just us now.
He rolled a deception of 16, so the 24 of Bakram will know he's lying and he was pulling a con. Ellen's 22 will also win. Oh, just so you
Forgive
know,
me for being blunt,
Shannon,
but
you are a
you're
circle.
Oh, I got a
of
nat
Yeah,
20,
no,
so.
I've been trying to fix it.
Okay. Yeah, Juniper, you know this whole group is like up to no good. Not just Click Along, but like his whole band. Yeah.
Also,
Every-
Shannon, to fix it, I think you need to leave, call, and rejoin.
Probably, yeah.
Don't mean to be blunt, but you are 10 pounds of bullshit in a 5-pound bag.
He is made of metal. What are you talking about?
God, everything is literal as
I don't shit. I don't piss. I don't shit. I don't vomit.
I wasn't asking.
Fascinating. No waste products whatsoever.
No, I am like the most efficient being.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
I will smite you, then myself, if this conversation continues where it's going. Anyway,
Wait, you can smite yourself?
I'm tempted.
I didn't even know you could do that.
It's not generally practiced, but there are several members of Paladin Order to practice self-flagellation, utilizing the divine powers. We don't talk about them very much.
Huh. Paladins are weird.
I'll pretend not to take... I forgot the word, never mind.
Offense?
There we go. Thank you.
So
Brain
it
over.
appears you might be on to us.
Onto what?
Not you, Azra. You have no idea.
Oh, okay, good.
No,
But-
they're con artists. They're lying through their non-teeth.
I mean, I think robots have teeth.
He
I don't
doesn't
think there's-
eat, so he might not have teeth.
I mean, mechanical teeth are still teeth. People, like,
He doesn't eat. He doesn't have a reason to
an
have teeth.
oral orifice.
You guys
Uh,
are the worst at this.
I guess
don't know
he.
why
I
it
guess.
doesn't matter.
I guess he could have teeth behind the if there is an opening there. But yeah.
Horrifying. I don't like the DS teeth.
I imagine it's more like an Optimus Prime situation where there's no mouth there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like it just like lights up behind the little break there.
Yeah. Listen, we're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna hurt anybody. We're not like devils or demons. We're not evil. But we
what's
gotta get by. And like so,
Business is what it is.
business. It's just business. Business is business. Business is booming.
you want to
What
tell
are
us
you
what it is?
doing?
Or that won't be the only thing that's booming.
Why do you guys care?
Yeah. I mean, you guys work with Sachi, and Sachi's a con artist.
Sachi works with us. There's a different way. That's very different. That is
To
very.
that end, I just kind of don't like people lying to my face. Or
Yeah.
Matt. It's potato potato.
I'm very confused. You are a group of con artists who have found your way into the first layer of hell to steal from people who have lost everything.
So,
Where they belong.
So we died. We died as a group. We died, and we all came to Avernus. And much like that bardic play, The Flintstone, it's a living.
So these are all people in their afterlife, and none of them registered as celestial or fae, or fiend.
They are still warforged while they're here. They are not undead. They are not fiends. Something about them has brought them here just as warforged.
Azra is philosophically fascinated by the implications of this.
Yeah.
I don't think we have time to unravel all the psychological and philosophical underpinnings of this situation.
Have you heard of Robin Good?
Oh my god.
Steals from the rich, or gives to the rich, or steals from the rich, gives to the poor. One or the other.
Robin Good.
I do not believe I know of these fables, no.
No, okay. So, there's still nobles here. We can take money from the nobles, and they're not going to miss it. We're not taking from the average folk. I mean, if they choose to throw coins at the parade, we're going to take it. But we're not stealing from poor. We're not taking their food. We're only taking from nobles, and we're taking from, like, So, things of that nature.
Azra, I'd like to point out that you are nodding along to him stealing from your princess.
Azra's hilarious.
There's a museum here. We might take stuff from the museum. It's just sitting there. Nobody cares about the museum.
Problems now.
Wait, now, so there wasn't a problem from him saying, "Hey, I'm gonna steal from your princess," which is literally
He said the duty of Eltera, not the embassy.
those are the same thing.
They are very much not the same thing. There
What
is no
they have-
wealth held in the embassy.
That's
what they have
true. There is no wealth
securities
in the
and guards
embassy.
and shit for. If the guard, it's okay. So look, it's kind of like, it's like a test, like to know if your security or guards are good enough to protect you and
Yeah.
protect your money.
We steal a little of their gold now. It protects their fortune in the future. Thank you, Sachi. You're the only one who gets it.
Of
This
course
doesn't
I get
sound
it.
right, but I don't know enough about theft to dispute it.
Also, we have a license from the Thieves Guild. We are licensed con men.
That's not good. That makes it worse for you.
Well, no, because the government signed on to the Thieves. Like, we are an official
Does
Thieves
Eltera
Guild.
have a Thieves Guild? Isn't that just Baldur's Gate who has a Thieves Guild?
In this universe, why don't you give me a history check?
Okay.
I don't think I know enough about the surface.
18.
On your 18s, you know that the Baldur's Gate Guild is expanding to the bigger cities. And starting with their neighbors. So El Terrell has a minor thieves guild. Waterdeep has a minor thieves guild. So it's expanding.
Oh, Waterdeep, they can have fun with that.
I mean, even
I
if
think the issue is that Azra knows for a fact that, like, the Hell Riders of El Terrell practically don't exist anymore. And there isn't much in the way of law enforcement going around the city. They're tasked with keeping track of the refugees in the High Hall. So unless we take vigilante justice into our own hands, we can't really do much about Cassidy right now.
Sachi, can I have a perception check, please?
Yes, I have tried unplugging it and plugging it back in.
That's good.
Deception.
That's deception, which I was going to ask for next. But can I have a perception check?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You do not notice the thing that you might have noticed.
What do I get from my 10 insight above, by the way?
Oh, what were you inciting?
Their whole, like, robbing the rich.
Oh, he's telling the truth. That was indeed the plan.
Okay, cool. I was just curious, because, like, Sachi still doesn't love, like, super deep cons.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's very much against stealing from people, not so much, like, hurting them.
Yeah.
Or injuring people. Okay.
So, cool. So I say we put Destiny in the town jail. We'll leave one of us to watch her. We'll go on about our business. You just made a point. There's not much law around here. What if, like,
Azra did not say that out loud. That was the thing Azra was considering
cool.
to himself.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There was a discussion had where Balker and Helen wanted to take justice into their own hands and personally beat the shit out of Destiny
see.
Prower.
You know,
Okay.
I'd like to point out that you guys, or Cassidy, is not the one who, like, was technically wronged. It was me. And I wasn't actually wronged. I was flattered. So the person in
Yeah.
charge of keeping her alive would be me.
Yeah, I think the one who I've wronged the most here would have been young Sachi, but I didn't, you know. So I think all's fair in love and conning, and I think, you know, if she has it in her heart to forgive me or, you know, whatever, yeah.
I don't think we have the resources at this moment to necessarily give you the attention that you might otherwise deserve.
So aren't you in the middle of other and more important shit? Like, this is super low ball for you.
This is exactly what I am saying.
Yeah.
I think you leave it with us. We'll you know, yeah. I think
No, I think older Ravengard might be interested in your presence in this city. And that is very much a threat. That is just straight up a threat.
yeah. Sachi, give me another perception check.
If we're going,
Is this something only Sachi can notice, or because I feel like it's something around?
the whole party can make a perception check with disadvantage because it is being aimed at Sachi, so probably she would be the most likely to see it. But yes, if you guys want to do it, you can try.
I
think Astra's focused.
Helen, you notice that occasionally on every couple ticks, every couple clicks of click along Cassidy, his left eyeball flickers.
That is dreadful. That was the
only
best
one
set of disadvantage rolls I've ever seen in my life.
The only one that knows what this means, though, Sachi, you've known Click Along for a long time, and so the flickering is not something built into his Warforged mechanism. That flickering is him trying to, like, wink at you, basically, and trying to, like... So it's like, instead of going, like, he's going click, click, flicker, click, click, flicker every once in a while.
So he's winking when he's saying, like, oh, we'll take care of her.
Yes.
Okay. Huh. Can I roll insight to see what he means by that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know whether or not he means take care of her, like, they will actually physically harm her and, like, avenge me, or if they're like, nah, she's one of us, cool.
On a 12, let me have him, well, he can't really do anything to, like, increase his winking, so, yeah, on a 12, you're not quite sure what he's trying to tell you other than, like, hey, look at me, and it's important, but you don't know the what, really.
I mean, I'll look at him. At least.
Yeah.
And,
okay, you know what? No, we're gonna do this another way. Sachi, in your head, you see a big flashing neon magical arcane symbol that says "now!" exclamation point. And it's a psychic message.
I hate that very much.
I hate that very much.
I don't know what that means, though.
Oh, it has, you hear it in Destiny's voice.
But we never actually discussed what now meant.
Yep.
Or what I was...
Yeah.
It's
It's improv. It's improv. You improv what you're doing now. You see blinking from Click Along Cassidy. You get a message of now from Destiny. What does Sachi do?
I don't even know if I can do anything. Like, I don't have that many skills, bro.
You do know that hold person is a concentration.
That's what's happening. Got it.
It's also almost certainly worn off because that's a duration of 1 minute.
Oh! Do you recast Hold Person, Greg? Do you keep casting it every minute?
I don't think I would have been able to for this fucking long.
Oh, cool! Then
Those-
she doesn't even need Sachi. The second the Hold Person goes off, Destiny teleports away.
What?
You.
Azra,
What
this
did
one
I
should
tell
have
you?
knocked her out. Oh my
The
god.
only thing that was stopping her was the Hold Person.
Did she cast a spell to do that?
Does anybody have counterspell? You could try.
Well, here's the thing. Her hands are bound. She can't do somatic components.
Yeah.
I 100% think if your hands are behind your back, you can wiggle your fingers and, things like
They're
that.
manacles. If you have to wave your hands, you can't.
That's a good question.
I mean,
That's the whole point.
if
Is you
want me-
literally have to have a feat in order to not have to do that.
If you
Or
want
have
me to
be a
counter
sorcerer
spell, I
and
can.
be, whatchamacallit?
Subtle spell, yeah.
Subtle spell.
Subtle
yeah.
spell is amazing. It is the best sorcerer thing.
But if you want me to counter spell, I can do that if you want.
Okay, it does say, to a certain degree, if it was small things, then you could do it. But if it took, big motions, you're right, she couldn't do it. And I think a teleportation would probably be a big spell. So, I will say that...
Now, I will say, something like a Misty Step does not have somatic components at all.
Yes.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah. So, yes, you see her trying to teleport away. Souffle, do you cast Counterspell?
I will cast counter spell.
Okay, so, yeah, your Counterspell automatically works. So mark off a Counterspell on yours. She'll mark down her teleport spell on hers. And she will visibly frown and be like, damn. Damn.
I'm just going to turn to her. Juniper had her last. Where do you have her right now, Juniper?
What do you mean? I had her manacled, and we brought her into the inn where things I would have been directly next to her. If she was trying to do something, I definitely would be manhandling her right now. I'd sit her down, be like, "What do you think you're doing?" If I have to smack her up, I will.
I'm just gonna be looking at Wyatt, or I guess Bakram.
Azra looks to her and says, I am doing everything in my power to keep two of our number from beating you bloody and unconscious. You would do well to cooperate. May I roll intimidation?
I sincerely, with the utmost apology, apologize.
I have a great idea, guys.
It's your idea. I want to hear it.
What if I make her a chicken?
Then she can't talk to us.
I believe she already is one, so that wouldn't help.
I have an easier solution that I should have done earlier than this. Azra is going to rip a strip of cloth off of his tunic, and he's going to gag her.
Oh.
If she can't perform verbal components, she can't cast spells.
Unless she's a sorcerer.
Unless she has Silent Spell.
Unless she has subtle spell, absolutely. But if she could do that, she would have. And she
What if
performed
we just-
verbal and somatic components earlier, so we have to assume that she cannot do that.
I won't even make it a secret at this point, because I don't want to go back and forth over and over again. She sends a message to Sachi that no one else hears, only Sachi hears it. And she's like, I'm really gonna need some help, dearie. They're getting rough. They're getting rougher with me, and it sounds like they're gonna imprison me, and I really won't do well stuck in hell in prison. So if you could,
Yeah, you were the one who fucked with the plan by trying to teleport away. I don't know what you were
I
expecting.
kind of
there.
thought that you would do something when I said now, and maybe you could cause a kerfuffle or a distraction while I got the hell out of Dodge.
How cause distraction with that many people when they're entirely focused on you?
If you still need something to base it off of.
Does anyone else? Oh wait, no, never mind. That's in the head. Never mind. I'll shut up.
It's all in the head.
I have a question.
1 second. I just got something cast, and I need to look up what it does.
Uh-oh.
Who's casting the thing?
Somebody messaged me a secret spell, so I just gotta see what it
Oh
does.
my.
Oh, it really wasn't a secret spell because she ended up messaging me anyway.
But you wanted to include more people in the message than she
Oh
can
yeah, this
include.
is true.
So yeah, so now the three of you are connected in a message, and so
Oh God.
Click Along will be like, All right, I see. We're all here. You guys are like in a mental, like sitting around a table, like in a conference room. The three of you are mentally.
I'm gonna ask the
separately.
question again. Did
Yeah.
Sachi cast a spell just now?
No, it's a class feature.
I do
have a
think we
very
should get
evil-
insight checks while they're all staring intently at each other for minutes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
While they're all linked, do they hear the gears grinding like intensely in their heads?
Oh my
Since
god,
you
we
brought that
know
up.
that Click Along clicks really loudly when he thinks.
Yes.
Is he clicking really loudly right now?
He's clicking this whole time while he's being silent. Yes.
Juniper, I think we bring Destiny to Older Raven Guard right now. Put her in the custody of these people, make sure that she stays gagged the entire time so she cannot cast spells.
Hey, Azra,
Yes, Sachi.
I'm calling in that favor.
Well, lovely, so am I.
What's yours?
My favor is the negation of your favor.
No, but what, I think what was? How did you? Her favor?
No,
did you-
I gave you 2 soul coins for a favor, Sachi.
No,
Remember?
that's fair, but that's not how favors work. You don't need
It
to give
is.
other favors.
You know what? Out of kindness, I will hear what your favor is. Is it let Destiny go?
Yes.
Hmm.
There are so many easier and more interesting things that you could have me do as a favor. This is literally a person who is not even of your jurisdiction, and also just died and went to hell. Give her a break.
For what it's worth, Boar will get his pound of flesh eventually.
Let whoever is in charge of whatever law enforcement's here. You guys also, I've been trying to say this the whole time. You guys are in the middle of something far more important than this shit.
And I would very much like to be done with it.
Then go. Leave. We can all just leave.
Yes, we're going to bring her to Older Raven Guard, and then we are going to leave.
Why do you get to decide that?
I mean, we need to go back to him anyway.
Because I'm a goddamn cop, Sachi.
You aren't.
I'm a fucking paladin / bodyguard. Yeah.
We are in hell.
That's
There is no legal jurisdiction here anymore.
Which means you don't have legal jurisdiction here.
I'm not having this discussion. Juniper, can we please go and bring her to Older?
I am Sachi's mother.
That's not...
Destiny just yells. I am
She's gagged.
Sachi's mother.
She's gagged.
Oh, she's gagged. You guys here. You guys here.
I don't know.
And I say Juniper would just kind of look at Sachi and be like,
She's not hold person anymore, right?
No,
no.
old person's gone. She's literally just manacled, like physically, and gagged physically.
And
It's
I
all
say
physical.
Juniper would just kind of grab her and be like, no, we're not in charge down here by the law, but we are in charge of doing what good we can when we come face to face with people who are hurting others. And you know what? I'll always follow my God. And then I just kind of like literally pick her up and throw her over my
You
shoulder.
haven't hurt anybody. Do you throw like a kid that's stealing food off the street and throw them in jail?
Oh,
I mean, you did
is she
literally talk
starving?
about
No. But what I will
child.
do is I will pick that child up and I will take it home with me and I will feed it and I will teach it how to live and I will teach it a trade and I will show it how stealing is bad and I will show it how to do other things besides steal. That's what
Not
I will
everybody
do.
gets that choice.
Well, guess what? If I see them, I will help them, and I will give them that choice. You have that choice. You choose to do else. This is my choice. And I just,
Destiny says to click along and you in her head. She'll just say, "All right, I give in. I'll go to this Raven Elder Guard, and maybe I can feminine wiles or whatever him. But I think I'll figure it out. But thank you for trying to help Sachi."
I'll figure it out.
So Destiny goes limp. She stops fighting. She points to like her mouth and she does like the zipper thing indicating that she'll and then
she can't. Her arms are tied. She's manacled.
Oh, I thought she was just like in like.
Nope, they're behind her back. I was being rough because she was hitting on Azra.
Oh, okay, right.
But
Point is, you get the sense that she's given up. That's what you get that sense.
Right.
no, Sachi
Wyatt, are you
actually-
okay?
Yes, I am.
Sachi actually goes behind Destiny.
I mean, she's over my shoulder, and
Oh, this year you did start picking her up.
yeah, there's no way I'm gonna allow you to undo her manacles from behind me. So, good try. Love the thought.
Azra turns to Sachi and says, "These people are currently living through hell, Sachi. We cannot allow other disturbance." What are you doing while I am speaking to you? I'm looking at you directly, Sachi.
Nat 20. She's still standing there, but you can't tell what her hands are doing. That's what I'll say.
No, I literally have her in my arms.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah. I'm not touching you or her.
Yeah.
I'm just...
I think this is fair because her stealth was a nat 20, and as long as if she fails on any of the sleight of hands, though, you will catch her red-handed. 100%.
Okay, well, good luck with all the manacles all over her.
We had 5 manacles?
I mean, I only put the one, but I think Juniper put at least 2 others on her.
So 3 manacles. Okay, so Sachi,
and she's in my arms, so she is grappled.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So Sachi, give me 2 more sleight of hands if you're going to undo all 3.
I mean, and obviously she's in my arms, so if I feel anything loosen on her, and we would continuously be checking.
Based on the nat 20, you won't feel it.
No. I would feel the tension in her body.
Okay, listen. That's a nat 1 right there. So on the second one, you felt it. You felt Sachi try to let loose the second one. You didn't feel the first one, but you feel a manacle try to be messed with. There you go.
Can I, looking directly at Sachi and speaking to her, also notice her doing this?
Yes, 100%. The nat 1 everybody sees. Everybody sees her fumble with the manacle.
Sachi, I would like to apologize to you out of character for what I am about to do. In character, Azra just puts an arm around Sachi's shoulder and pulls her away from Destiny and Juniper. And he says, "If you are allowing a disturbance and a harm to come to these people while they are, again, living through hell, we will have to treat you as we are treating them."
Quick question. Because Kyle was trying to say something before, but, gagged and everything. How is Sachi, visibly looking at this situation? Because obviously she's putting the front of, this is wrong, but how does she, look as she's doing it? If I may ask.
What do you mean by look?
What are your, facial features about it? Because there's one thing to be mad, and there's another thing, if someone is close to you, you have a different look than if it's just you think this is wrong. At least that's what I've seen.
She sees herself in them, and she doesn't... It's hard for her to, It's like she's defending herself, if that makes sense. And also, she wholeheartedly believes that this is going too far.
I think also, like you said, the thinking about it in terms of yourself, if you guys are arresting her for this now, how long until the party arrests Sachi?
Yeah.
For what she's done or did.
Because you're already like, oh, well, her past crimes aren't excused. And actually, in answer to Azra, she's gonna say, oh, fuck it, I don't remember the last thing you said.
He said that if you actively aid and abet a harm and a disruption to a city that is currently going through hell, then they will treat you as a disruption and a harm. A danger.
I'm just like them.
You could choose not to be. You could literally choose to help these people. You could literally choose to be their heroes. You could still make money. You could still get everything you desire by being good. You do not have to hurt these people now. These people do not have to hurt them.
Somebody's gonna hurt them. Someday,
It doesn't have to be
somewhere.
you. It doesn't have to be you. You could protect them. We could protect them. Why does it have to be you, Sachi?
I will ask Shannon, Sachi, or I'll ask the player, Shannon. Would you be okay if the party rolled persuasion to try to like either calm you down or bring you to the side of good or anything like that? Because obviously, player versus player rolls don't have to work. But would you be?
Well, the issue here, if I may, Kyle, is that this isn't good versus evil. This is quite literally law versus chaos.
Yeah. And like. Sachi really wholeheartedly believes that they are going too far and that that they are wrong in this instance. So
Okay.
I don't know that.
Then there's no matter of what they're saying that could persuade you. Okay.
As well as the fact that we technically are not also in the right in this situation. Because we are going off of pure, like, conjecture. Currently, all we've seen is that she hits herself as Sachi, and that the robot man is very bad at hiding the horrible crimes he's done.
Yeah.
You aren't even you're only going after Destiny right now.
Yeah. And I would like to add, it seems like, I don't know what Helen and Bakram think about this. I don't know how they feel about it, but it seems like it's just Azra and Juniper, like, oh, let's take them and stuff, because that's like, they're lawful and stuff, I believe. And
well, I'm technically chaotic good.
Azra is lawful neutral.
Yeah.
Like, he is just a cop.
Uh-huh.
I am true neutral, which is why I was going for the partially swayed bit, because Sachi looks very, very distressed.
Yeah.
So I was just going on the things that she said, and literally the things that she was saying just sounded like so vile to me.
The things that Sachi was saying, or Destiny?
No, Destiny.
Oh.
And the issue with Azra is that these people are in literally the worst time that could possibly be imagined. To allow a criminal and a thief to run amongst their presence is something he could not abide.
Well, there's a ton of them happening already.
I guess that would be my next question out of character. Is the party attempting to arrest Click Along and the Gizmo Gang as well?
So the issue with that in Azra's mind is that, for one thing, Click Along has what looks like a 12-foot automaton and an elephant with him. Click Along is also willing to let Destiny go, and then Azra goes to Older and says, hey, you have these people in your city, here are their specific descriptions. We couldn't bring them all in, but here's what we could bring in.
I'm not Azra, but my viewpoint on it right now as Helen is, right now we know this person was trying to do something illegal and was disguising themselves, deceiving the people she was even working with. So, at the very least, something should be done. What that something is, I don't know.
Okay.
But Azra is going to say to Click Along, like, I think he said this before, but like, it would be wise of you to leave this city immediately, because Older Ravengard and the Knights of Ilmater are about to know your description, and are about to be on the hunt for you.
I mean, yeah, a con can't be had once, a con is for confidence, and I don't got confidence in this gig anymore.
And it seems like not only were you conning people, but you were being conned.
Yeah.
It seems like you were about to get backstabbed, and it seemed like you were going to be conned by her again.
Yeah, she definitely conned me too. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
Does anybody want to roll insight on that?
Azra doesn't care. Azra is saying to Click Along, you can
Nat
try
20.
your luck in Avernus, or you can get arrested here.
Juniper, on a nat 20, Click Along's lying. He knew that she wasn't Sachi the whole time, and he knew that she was Destiny the whole time. So, do with that what you will.
Only Soleil was being conned.
Oh.
That does seem to be the case. Soleil is like,
wow.
that tracks.
Interesting. So they really needed Soleil for something?
Do I have two girlfriends now? Or not girlfriends. Do I have two girls who are my friends? Is that how this works?
So did they really need Soleil for something?
Here,
You don't know?
I have an idea. I have an idea. We can come to an even ground. As I'm looking at Azra and Sachi, you tell us what you were deliberately tell us everything you were planning, and we'll let you go.
What?
That's
Yep.
not.
We gain information on what they were
Something.
planning, can defend against it if they plan to do so, and then Sachi doesn't get to see them get thrown into jail. They get to lead their lives, and both people are happy.
I'll do you one better. He pauses for a moment. You hear the loudest click, and then a like it's a brain blast. Like he has an idea, and he goes, "I'll do you one better. We'll tell you what we had planned, and then we'll get the fuck out of Dodge, and we'll go rob some devils, and we'll go around Avernus, and then you don't care if we con devils. That's if you say we're evil, then it's just evil on evil. You know what I mean? We'll just go con some we don't gotta con these people. We'll go con them. Then you let Destiny go with us, and no harm, no mechanism failure, or whatever. Yeah.
No harm, no foul.
Well, yeah, but like I was trying to do it like robot.
He was
Yeah.
making their robots pop.
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work out real well.
Do you agree, yes or no?
What do you guys think of that?
I think that's fair. We could still let older Ivan go.
First of all, he was lying to us anyways, so why would I ever believe him?
Roll an insight on that.
I already
I
did.
mean, simple.
Oh,
We-
he meant it. He does not want to be caught or anything, and on the 13 he meant it.
And we have two paladins. One of them will know Zone of Truth.
Oh, you think?
See, you say that.
Okay, I think in character, she's believing one of you knows Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
You have an odd degree of familiarity with the spells a paladin would and would not know.
I don't.
Hey,
know about
she's level 13. You guys aren't the first paladin she's been with.
I had to tell you, you're not my first.
We're
Also,
level
why your
13.
protocol again?
Yeah,
We're
you
level
were.
11.
Oh, that's still point proven. High level character.
Okay, how'd you get 2 levels?
I'm thinking of a different campaign. Sure.
That's fair.
Azra kind of looks around. He gets like the measure of what Helen's saying, and Aries is agreeing with him, and he knows that this is apparently important to Sachi. He
Azra.
looks to Bakram and Juniper for their current takes on the situation.
I'm gonna say Juniper's afraid that they've already done what they wanted and we're just letting them free.
I mean, you could know in character that, for example, 2 things. The Ilmater Knights did not tell you anything about robberies happening or things have gone missing, so you would know, the Ilmater Knights would maybe know something and they didn't tell you anything about it. And similarly,
Neither Seltern nor Older mentioned it to us.
yes, and then lastly, the Drow assistants also didn't know anything about it either. So there haven't been any big missing things happening yet. So I don't know if that would help Juniper or not. Supposedly, all they've done is had a parade so far. Yes.
Azra?
Yes.
Do you want me to stay in this party?
You have been a great help to us so far.
My partner's back there. If you let them go, I'll stay with you guys, and you'll at least have one less thief on the streets.
So this is what it comes to. Ultimatums. I see.
We had already provided the ultimatums, Juniper. This is merely responding in kind.
Right. Juniper just drops her like a sack of potatoes. I see.
Yeah, I didn't see that as an ultimatum. I thought that was like begging almost.
It is begging. It is literally Sachi is begging.
Azra, you can let Sachi go.
Not wanting to change for the good at all.
The fuck cares about what's good? As long as you're not hurting someone, that's all that matters.
Wait, so
She
wait,
doesn't care about hurting people.
I think I glossed over something. Juniper just drops her just drops her, doesn't put her on the ground, just drops her.
Just drops Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
I'm gonna
God.
go over and do a hand of healing.
Destiny's like, that hurt. No, she can't say that because she's gagged. So she's like, oh, rah, rah.
My God.
Clicklon would say, be like, I mean, yeah, we'll go rob some devils. I mean, that's not hurting anybody. There you go, Shannon's back.
Sachi, do you have a way of contacting this partner of yours?
I mean, they are just outside. Or in here at this point, aren't
Immediately
they?
outside is the Blood War. If they are leaving Elturel, they will have to get a great deal of distance.
Aside from the trick I have with y'all, no, not really. Otherwise, I would have tried to before. The talking in your head stuff, that's the only thing I can do.
Destiny messages Sachi and is like, hey, I have seeming and I could just make us look like devils in order to get out of here. So they need not worry about us getting out of Elturel.
I don't think that's what they're worried about.
Oh, okay.
Part of the reason that I wanted to imprison them is not only to take their danger away from the townspeople, but also so that when we raise Elturel back, they come with it. I do not want to condemn these people to a lifetime in hell. No one deserves that.
I don't think they can come back if they actually died.
You guys want to roll religion or arcana on that statement?
Sure.
I don't think I have that.
I will not be rolling unless I am proficient.
Mm-hmm.
I am not proficient. I will not be rolling.
Azra, yeah, both Azra, Azra, Souffle, Juniper, you all succeed. That is not a true statement. If you are in a city when it raises, the plane shift spell type thing will take you with it. Whether you will be infernal or undead or whatever on the other side, you don't necessarily know that. But the plane shift magic is strong enough that it will take you with it when the city goes.
In response to that, Azra will say,
We have already taken back several people who, by all rights, should have been lost to us. It would be cruel of me to not extend that same favor to these people. But I cannot allow a danger to roam free in these streets.
What if we schedule? The ClickFunnels saying this. What if we scheduled a meeting place, and we sent a person say a week from now or 2 weeks from now, we set a deadline, and we'll send an advocate and you send an advocate, and then if you're done with your mission, we'll go back to Elturel, and if you're not done with your mission, we'll stay around here, and or maybe we'll just stay in hell. Maybe that could work.
That is your decision if that is what you want to do. But either you stay here under the eye of older Ravengard, and you come up with Elturel when it leaves, or you go down to the surface of Avernus and make your way there.
Also, Aries, real quick question.
Yeah.
You said you're undoing the shackles. Are you making sure she can't just teleport away, by holding her hands?
No, I'm deliberately just undoing them. And
Okay, so you're
letting
giving
go.
her a way to just go.
Yeah, it's not like me trying to stop her. It's just get the fuck out.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Because that might affect other party actions. So.
But she's
you just see Balkram and Helen winding up behind Destiny.
I'm actually already. I walked out, y'all.
Balkram left! Oh, Balkram did absolutely
yeah,
fucking
lowers
leave.
mask and walks outside.
Uh-huh.
Helen went from like brutalizer to mediator, so
Yeah.
she even healed the dumb fox.
She pulls out the gag once she's unmanacled, and she'll be like, I see no reason to go back to the mortal plane, the material plane. I've done all the stuff up there. This could be the next great adventure.
That just cements to Astra so deeply that she had no noble cause for her thievery. It was just for fun and to fuck with people.
As we just let it be.
I'm trying very hard to do that.
Here, I'm gonna hand you the thing of coffee. Drink this. It'll maybe it'll help.
No, these would not help, but I appreciate it.
Okay, so we're debating whether or not we still let them go, right?
No. I've delivered them a choice.
Oh.
They can either go to Older Ravengard and submit themselves to his judgment and stay in Elturel, or they can leave Elturel and make their way outside of it.
Oh, that's...
And is the rest of the party okay with that?
In
no.
fairness, Azra did not consult the rest of the party on that. So.
Yeah. Click Along looks around and he's like, "Does that go with all you? We just skedaddle."
Helen was giving them like the opportunity. You tell us, you can skedaddle. So it seems in that, and people seem to agree to that.
See, Juniper's washed her hands of this entire situation and is just freaking
Okay.
disgusting.
Yeah. Then Click Along will nod at his group and be like, "All right, partners, let's get out of town." And so, yeah, the Gizmo
Azra's
Gang.
gonna lay his hand on Click Along's shoulder as they go, and he says, "Cassidy, if I see you in Elturel or on the material plane ever again, I am taking your hands." And then he just pushes him along.
Hey, these aren't my first hands. You take these, and I'll just keep clicking along. And so,
God damn, that was smooth.
Oh no. Sachi gives a kind of sad smile and says, "See you later, Click."
I'm sure I'll see you around. Destiny would also be like, she doesn't want to say this out loud, so she'd psychically message you again, Sachi, and she'd say, "I meant what I said, dearie. If I see you in Avernus, or if I make my way back up, we could raise some hell."
Keep it as an option.
Right. And yeah, the Gizmo Gang walk off, and they fully, basically surf down the chains. You see them, grinding, and, 'cause it's metal on metal, and they're like, "Rrr!" And, yeah.
That is infuriatingly cool.
Just not want to
the elephant's ears are speakers. Rock music starts playing out of the elephant as they're going down the chain.
And they're masked by both sides of the war and instantly murdered.
As they go away, you notice Destiny cast a spell, and they all turn into devils as they ride down the chains.
Is Soleil also with them?
Soleil is going with them, yes.
Okay. So she's probably gonna walk up or hang back.
Mm-hmm.
Part of this deal was that I go with them.
All right, I'll see yous around. I mean, we've been through worse. We've been through thick. We've been through thin. I'm sure we'll see each other again, eh?
Try not to get in too much trouble.
I mean,
I can't always bail you out.
no such thing as too much trouble, now is there? And he turns into a devil and grinds down the chain. So,
Speaking as Soleil's original player, Kyle, that was spot fucking on.
It was pretty good, yeah.
all right.
And then
Wait, JD was Soleil?
Yes!
So Soleil's my character originally.
I thought we picked up on this earlier.
I thought
tell from seeing JD's inner soul.
I thought it was that he knew that. I thought maybe he knew the campaign, or he was the DM for the campaign that Soleil was in. So I thought he got the references. I didn't know he was Soleil.
Oh no, he was Soleil.
Okay.
We made those characters together.
Gotcha. Okay, so the group, the party should probably fill each other in on our different methods.
Yeah, just blah. We
Yeah.
explain.
So Juniper tells you about the Vrock and the Pegasi. You guys tell her about the Flay spells. I think no matter what, they both work. So basically, if you want to ride a Pegasus, you can do so. If you want to fly of your own means, you can do so. Just basically put in the chat, do you want to fly or do you want to ride a Pegasus?
How many people can each ride on one Pegasus?
They said they were going to build
or two per.
They were going to build a cart for the 2 Pegasi so that 4 people could take the Pegasus. So basically, one in the
Pegasi
cart.
can pull a cart in the sky.
They are magical carts, yes.
Wild. I love it.
Hey, remember how some of our mounts could fly? Good times.
Yeah. Too bad you have no idea where they are.
Yeah.
They were on this plane.
Yeah, they're not anymore. So
Which of us had mouse who could fly?
I could.
Really? Shit. Okay.
Another campaign where mounts just suddenly disappear.
Oh, Shannon.
I'm triggered.
Yeah. So basically, you guys fly up to the companion, which I have.
Honest to God, I love the idea of the Pegasi. I mean, I'm a sucker for
pegging it.
Pegasi.
All right.
Did you have to say it that way, Jess?
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
So 4 people and 1 person on a Vrock. So that's 5 of you. Oh, and then the other 2 can fly. So actually, yeah, if you all just want to do the Pegasi and the Vrock, 100%. Yeah. Okay. You got and Souffle and Aries just fly themselves up. Here is the companion. You guys have the rods. You do have to figure out like the order with which to put them in and where they go and stuff. So can I have the party please give me Arcana check?
Is it relating to fainting or undead?
I don't know shit.
No, actually.
Well, that was almost a 20.
I would love to cast Guidance on Souffle.
Souffle, you rolled acrobatics.
I don't even know how I did that. I'm
That's
sorry.
how well you are flying through the air. You're not doing it very well, actually. You're kind of just like.
Oh shit, Azra, good job.
Arcana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you get to add a D4 to your Souffle.
Okay.
Well.
And a D4.
Oh, we're gonna blow up this thing.
Nope. So luckily, Aries and Azra were high enough. Aries and Azra realized that it's kind of like a pentagram. So you put 5 in to form a pentagram, but then you're like, oh, what do we do with these other 4? On the opposite side, exactly, you make a diamond out of the other 4. So you put those in as well.
Oh, Aris, these runic sigils are obviously in the Faltazaran sequence, so we would need to place these in a cross-hatch pattern, like so.
Sure, yeah, whatever. I'm just making shapes, bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is... But your right is the worst part.
Yeah. The companion starts to glow and crack
We might
and
want to
break
jump off.
open. And basically meteor shards start flying down towards Elturel.
Oh shit, what?
And we find out the companion was actually an egg and a giant dragon hatches.
Fuck!
You're very close to actually what's going to happen.
Oh shit.
Okay, so first question before I reveal what's on the inside: is anybody doing anything from these meteors heading towards Elturel that could kill innocent people as the meteors are?
Let's see.
I think
Is one of
Aries
them
is like,
heading towards the tower? Or sorry, the
Oh
palace
boy.
castle?
Is there any way to like hit them away?
You could certainly try. You could give me an attack with disadvantage because they are moving really, really, really fast and they're big and heavy.
I mean, I
You
can
can get
try. That's the only thing I can do.
I would love to cast Eldritch Blast and try to knock some of the fragments, like either destroy.
How about
them
a
with
22?
Yeah. Oh, you can also have Horrorman take some of the meteors.
He can only do that once
You can only do one
per
turn. Yeah.
year and
Uh,
year.
yeah.
Could I magic missile the the meteor shards and
You can
just...
try to hit some of them. Yeah, there are. The only thing is, there's like hundreds of these. So if you guys have any AOE's that would make them smaller, that would be a better thing to do.
I mean,
But
multiple smaller things. It's not always better.
Yeah, but once you reduce a house-sized fragment to a fist-sized fragment,
it'll burn up upon re-entry, maybe.
What
I
would be a
it's a mile,
thing that would like break this thing,
2 miles.
this glass down? What element would that be?
Lightning. Well, no, lightning turns sand into glass.
thunder would shatter it, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, thunder would shatter it. Lightning or fire could melt it, or like yeah.
Okay, then Aries is gonna cast snowstorm, ice storm, and change it to thunder damage,
Okay.
and try not to hit anybody on the ground.
Okay, so Juniper gets rid of two clumps of the shards.
And Haruman can take one.
One, so that's 3. Souffle, how many magic missiles do you have?
Question.
I am going to upcast, I think.
If you have shatter souffle, that might be handier.
Yeah.
I do not have shatter prepared.
Jess had a question as well.
Yeah, Jess, what was your question?
Is this about damage or it's just about hits?
It's just about hits. They just
Okay.
need the and that's why I said like if it's an AOE of 1 damage, but per like 100 square feet, that's gonna do yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, even if I were to use like Unleash Incarnation, that would only get me 1 extra hit
Yeah.
per attack action.
Similarly to you like using action surge, you would get 3 more attacks. Yeah.
No, I would only get 1 more attack. Because it's 1 extra attack per attack action. And I only get 1 attack per attack action.
No. Oh,
No.
you only get 1 attack per.
Yes, you were doing it wrong on yours. Yep.
No, sorry, I don't mean Unleash Incarnation. I mean Action Surge. Action Surge is a whole repeat of your attack action.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
I would actually, on second thought, I would like to use Gorgoth's Fireball.
That is an excellent idea. Yes. The radius on Fireball is 20 radius, so 40 diameter.
Let me double check that. Also, one thing that I meant to do, but we keep having other things to do, is that on the way here, Azra would have actually finally attuned to the Shield of the Hidden Lord, which he had not. It's a 20-foot radius sphere. You are correct.
Okay. So that gets rid of a bunch of the chunks. Helen, these are missiles. Do you want to deflect any of the missiles?
I mean, that's only if it's trying to hit me.
You can jump beneath them.
Yeah, you can jump in front of one.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
I mean, I could. I'd be reducing the damage.
Yeah.
Fuck it, sure.
Oh god, what?
I'll go to the biggest one and just jump in front of it.
In fairness, we have 2 miles. We have 2 miles to fall, so you have a lot of time to think of a thing to not die on the way down.
I'll be fine. Not.
And then I think we don't. Bakram and Sachi are the only 2 that don't have action so far. So what are
Because I'm also
Bakram
in Soul Fall.
and Sachi?
I don't really have any big giant attacks or anything like that. I was just thinking about like using Eldritch Blast to help make the smaller shards even smaller.
Okay, yeah, that's a good plan. And then Bakram?
I also don't really have anything, like, at all, spell-wise. I mean, no, that wouldn't work. I literally don't think I have anything that can help in this situation.
I guess if I'm trying to help, you could, like, back up a little bit and try to help play triage with the people who are injured on the ground if anybody does get hit.
Yeah, that might be literally the only thing I'm good for in this situation.
We just need to get down first, is the thing.
Yeah. So as you guys hit these shards away, you get most of them. You see that maybe like 10 are left, but they seem to be going towards non-populated areas. The city's also already on fire, and so it looks like these 10 shards are heading towards on-fire buildings. And so you feel like you got rid of most of them. And at the center of this...
Is that fucking Zario?
No.
Okay.
It is an angel.
Excuse me, Mommy? Mommy? Excuse me?
Sorry.
Mommy?
Sorry, Mommy?
It is a Palantir. If anybody knows what a Palantir is, if you don't, then
I know
give
what
me.
a Palantir is in Lord of the Rings.
Am I using the wrong word? Let me just double check real quick.
A Palantir in Lord of the Rings is a crystal orb used for scrying.
That's probably not what I'm thinking of. One second.
It may also be a thing
Planetar. Planetar.
Oh, fuck me!
Oh, shit. Okay.
So if anybody,
Just need to roll religion to know what a planetar is?
if you are a religious character, you already know what planetars are. If anybody who's a non-religious character would like to roll, you can roll religion to try to know what a planetar is.
Question. I roleplay as a religious character, yet have no religious knowledge because I don't know why I didn't put anything.
You're going to have to roll for it. But you can have advantage because you are a religious character, quotation marks.
There we go.
There we go.
That's how I feel about survival.
I didn't think about putting it into me. I mean, I'm literally in a religious knight order, yet I have no religious... I only know about Ilmater, okay?
Hey, Kyle, here's a quick question.
Yeah.
Are we falling? Or is there
Uh,
part of the command that we're still standing on?
I mean, we're all on
wait,
Pegasus, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought we'd like gotten off onto the. You know what?
no, yeah, you
I'm
were
glad we
flying
didn't-
around.
I'm
I have
glad
a
we didn't do
question.
the fly spell. I'm glad we did the Pegasi.
I have
You
a
would be
question.
falling, yes. But yes.
Thank you,
Uh,
Knights of
Dalton
Ilmater.
has a question.
For any, oh, sorry, yes.
Is my Pegasus gonna try to catch me, or am I dying? Because I
Oh,
I
yeah,
had-
your Pegasus 100% swoops, and
Okay.
it flies faster than you're falling, and it catches you.
I just wanted to make sure, because I would like to not die.
For those who succeeded on the religion checks, or if you already play a religious character, a planetar is a type of true, whole, full-blooded celestial angel. They are defenders of truth, avengers of the fallen. They are righteous. They are almighty. Bakram, as an Asimar, you have planetar in your blood. So,
Grandpa, is that you?
yeah. You're
I mean, Grandma.
Planetars don't have gender. It might be
Sorry.
a grandpa.
Sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Grandma? Sorry.
Is it Mummy?
God.
Oh
Mommy?
my god, I hate
Grandma?
her.
Christ.
Grandmommy?
Sorry, Mummy.
So,
Uh,
you could be, but you don't have to be.
Okay, then I probably would be.
How long is your flying last?
You would need 2 uses of it to get up there, Shannon.
That's fine. That's what I have.
And then you need 2 more to get down.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to get down.
Then
But
yeah, I
you
don't
have
think
to
you're flying. At least not. I think.
Bakram, why is your grandma so high?
Bakram, why do you have a gilf?
Oh dear.
What the fuck is this?
And I say, if you're
Hey, look.
falling, then hopefully Marcus would cast slow fall on you or whatever.
Well, technically, I think the only people who had to fly were Aries and Souffle. So everybody
Yeah.
else had a Pegasus for that.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if there were that many of them, but yeah, we can do that.
Sorry, I just gotta re-find the companion page. Okay.
Azra is just staring up in abject awe of this being.
Yeah, that makes 2 of them.
He has never seen a celestial of this rank before.
Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing?
This is a very good thing.
Now, is this a good thing that you say, or is it actually a good thing?
This is a
I
being
think we
who
just
is-
freed a wonderful being from a prison.
a celestial entity of unimaginable power.
A whole lot of assumptions for somebody.
She is gripping her side, and she does have wounds. She looks down at you, and you all hear both a voice verbal and in your head at the same time simultaneously.
Oh,
All of us?
Yes, the whole party. Okay. So she's like, "Hello, my children. You aren't my children, but you're all children comparatively to me. Thank you for the assist. I was trapped for a long time in the companion, and I was trapped even before that.
Being of the light, we are honored to be in your presence.
I'm gonna say, who trapped you in this companion has brought our city to the bowels of Avernus. We struggle to raise our city and to reconnect and I keep forgetting the word.
Rectify?
Resurrect? No. What is it?
Redeem.
Redeem.
Oh, in reference to Zariel, not in reference to Elturel.
Yeah. Redeem Our Lady and this miscreant who were stuck down here and corrupted as Harriman pops back into existence.
The person that trapped me was Zariel herself, with the help of, and she points at Haruman, this Haruman and Olanthius. The person who constructed the companion was Bell. My name is Naskius. I'll put it in chat. Or Nascius. Naskius? I'll put it in chat. You guys tell me how you think it's pronounced.
I mean,
Nauseous? Maybe
Azrael will refer to her solely as your eminent brightness.
Azra,
Yes,
it's a very you thing to do.
I know. I can only be who I am.
You wouldn't understand.
Anytime they say that, Sachi, like, visibly gags.
I'm gonna say, I'm a follower of Ilmater, and I am glad that we were able to free you from this torturous prison of yours. And we seek to free everyone from this prison and redeem those redeemable. Of course. Is there anything we could do for you? You look injured.
Yes. If you have a healer right now, I could use it, as I don't have
I immediately shove
If-
Bakram.
If you would allow us to join you on the surface of Elturel, so that we may perform our rituals as is appropriate.
How big is a planet? I'm pretty sure a planetar is, like, humongous.
They're pretty big. They're
They're-
probably also shape changers, though.
That's a good point. She can make her. Okay, even at their small form, they're still 9 feet tall. But yes.
I mean, that's only large. It's fine.
It's only a couple feet taller than a Goliath.
If you would like a safe place, I would love for you to meet my parents.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Ezra, like, looks over at Juniper as she invites this, like, otherworldly celestial being to go meet her mom and dad.
Are you asking a god to meet your parents?
She is not a god. This is blasphemous of you to say.
I don't care.
You really should, my friend.
I am sorry. You must be misinformed. I am an angel.
Yes.
Are you asking an angel to meet your parents?
A servant of a god to meet other servants of God? Yes.
Yeah, but they're not exactly the same.
How so?
For reference, I don't even get to talk to these guys that much. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, I imagine that Juniper pushing Bakram in front is just like pushing somebody who has a crush on someone else.
Yeah.
To, like,
God, no. God, no. No.
She sees Bakram and she kneels down and she's like, "Ah, little brother."
I am. Yes.
Mom,
Ezra turns to Bakram because he knows this is now the best day of Bakram's life, and he's just like, revel in this.
I mean, I can also help.
Let's
Yeah.
get down to the surface
So
first, that we
Juniper
are
says
not
in
these
Celestial,
carnivores.
"This is Bakram. He is one of your people. He follows the god of revenge. As I said, I am a knight of Ilmater. My parents would love to meet you
I have a question.
and assist you any way possible."
Yes, Gray.
Does my crown tell me if there is a fiend nearby?
Does your crown have that ability?
It
Yes,
does.
it does.
No, she is 100% a planetar.
Okay. What if she's a evil planet? Oh my god, I trust issues.
If you say that out loud, Azra gives you like the most horrified look.
I mean,
She
he
doesn't.
does have a darkness hand.
You would notice that she does have like darkness in her hand, and she does actually have like what looks to be darkness powers, basically. So as she's going down, she actually sensed the fact that you were trying to use the crown to sense her. She senses that magic, and she'll look right at Aries, and she'll be like, "Worry not, little one. I am who I say I am. In fact, I can tell you more." And she summons like a ball of darkness in her hand. And she'll say, "While I'm celestial, my domain was darkness. You may know that. Do you know what Zariel was before she fell?"
I don't know who half you people are.
Her domain was light, as we are sisters.
It is often.
You were the archangel in opposition to Zariel.
It is often part of the family to have balance. One is opposite the other.
Yes. Our mother and father were light and dark before us.
My mom is terrifying and my dad is a pushover. You wouldn't know that, considering how big he is.
The extent to which you... The speed at which you establish familiarity with anything around you is honestly impressive, Juniper. I mean this as the highest of compliments.
I don't normally agree with him, but I agree with him this time.
Yeah.
It's all right, Walker.
I mean, for me, it's just kind of adorable seeing you guys simp over somebody.
I don't trust this person.
So yeah, if we can, we want to get back down to the ground so we can start healing.
Yes, you guys land where the marketplace used to be because it's a big open area now.
Right.
So you land where the marketplace is. Yes.
Oh, do we see anybody dead on the street because of the explosion?
Did we end up...
No, you managed to save them, and a couple were injured, but Bakram shot a couple healing words at them as his held action. So, yes.
Amazing. I wish they all died, and I would have been like, "See, Azra, you did that, and we're not gonna throw you in jail for it." Like,
good thing that's a parallel time. That must be the darkest timeline. So
that would have been the funnest
JP,
timeline.
are you okay?
I don't think he is.
It's a good thing that didn't happen here.
Also, that's known as collateral damage, not I'm purposely murdering.
We willingly went up to the seer, not knowing what it would do.
Holy howdy, it's a good thing that none of this discussion is in any way relevant.
Character, yes, exactly.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds now on this angel. Thank you.
Hey, Azra, can I ask you a favor? Can I punch you to make my healing more effective on her?
What?
No.
What? To do what?
I'm gonna say, I hold all of you down and I shove Bakram forward because obviously he really needs this.
I don't think you can hold like 4 people down.
For mechanical terms, I can flurry of blows to healing.
Oh, no, I know exactly what you're doing mechanically, but Azra's looking at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, Azra's like, why are you trying to punch me?
I guess if you need to punch me to heal the planetard, yes?
Okay.
What?
Juniper's gonna have a problem with that.
You just noticed this. I'm not your child, but I'll call you mom.
Yeah, no.
Souffle's over here being real horny out.
Yeah.
How beat up is this planetar?
Well, real quick, as Souffle said that, she gives you a wink that only it's a magical psychic wink that only Souffle sees.
Oh my god!
You're damn lucky, because I would have smacked you upside the head so fast.
My primary domain is darkness, but my subdomain is horny.
Oh my god.
Ezra.
Darkness in the streets, horniness in the sheets.
Oh
God.
my god.
Still have plenty of spell slots. We
Say,
got some
Marcus,
You guys are,
where's your
like
face?
multi-class. She can multi-class too, you know.
I have a question, Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. DM. How
What's
beat
up?
up does she look?
Full on, she has stab wounds in her abdomen. There is full on looks like the companion kept her in a constant state of weakness in order to keep her caged. So whatever wounds was inflicted on her in order to cage her, she has those same deathly wounds.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Azra. Hopefully I don't hit you a lot.
Azra goes unconscious.
I might knock out I might knock out Azra.
Here's a question. Do you have to
wait.
hit me or just attack me?
Just attack.
Cool. I have an AC of 22. Go for it.
Say,
But I do love the
I like
image.
how you open with that, with the monk.
I do like the image of this is the image as I'm seeing it. So Helen is standing between Azra and wow.
Nasty.
And punching and healing and punching and healing. And as Azra leaks health points and starts bleeding, Bakram starts healing Azra. So we just create a chain of healing, hurting, healing. And so
and I say also Juniper was just trying to get Bakram just to heal her, and she's getting really uppity at the fact that Helen is just beating up Azra.
Heal.
the thing is, Helen is faster than you. So. But yes,
It's fine, Juniper. Her wounds are beyond what Balkram can handle on his own.
if Juniper wants to do an athletics grappling check on Helen, Juniper could.
Do you want to tell me when I can stop punching Azra?
How many
So
have you got?
you healed her for 11 plus 15 is 26, plus 19 more is 45.
Plus the 18 from...
Plus 18 and... Really? Second level wounds?
I'll tell you this much. She had 5 HP, and you've given her how much?
Helen gave her 46 by herself, plus another 27 from Azra and Bakram. So 46, 60, 73 is now how much we've given her in total.
She's almost bloodied, but she's worse than bloodied. So she's
Okay,
still
so I gotta keep punching Azra. Got it.
Okay, you know what?
I don't know that I appreciate this.
Hold on. I can
Stop
admit
it.
to
Stop
keep
it.
here on
Stop
me.
it. When she's at 3/4 hurt, she stops you, and she's like, I think I'm well enough. I'll heal up on my own. Now that I'm free of the cage, I believe I will regain my. Then she looks around and she goes, "Oh, but I am in hell. I don't know that my." She tries to do some celestial magic, and it works, but it appears to be weaker than it should be. And she's a little frustrated. She's like, "Oh, it doesn't. Feels like I don't have my full strength down here."
Here's my second question. Azra, how are you looking?
I'm at 84 out of 115. I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah,
Azra's not thrilled about this course because, he was bringing up his guard, and you seem to be intentionally hitting him in the face over and over again. Which he's not thrilled about. He feels that was kind of targeted.
Oh, hey, I'm being kind. She normally has 2 attacks. I'm only using the 1.
Oh, sure. But you're also getting over a 23 for most of these attacks. Which means you are trying really hard to actually get to Azra. Get under Azra's guard.
Sachi looks at Azra and goes, "This is why I'm not religious."
Neither is Helen.
She looks and she goes,
Yeah, Helen ain't getting beat up.
this feels like self-flagellation. This feels like on some level.
I think after that last one, Azra grabs Helen's arm and says, "This is enough."
Are you sure? I think 1 more might be good.
You are welcome to hit yourself next time.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Can Helen attack herself for it to trigger?
I mean, if she knocks herself out, she can't heal anymore.
No, yeah.
What a shame.
We'll call it she's exactly bloodied. She's halfway.
Bakram, you want to tank a hit?
I will do
She
anything.
literally puts her hands up and puts up a shield and a barrier, pocketing each one of you in a little bubble. So she doesn't bubble her shield herself. She puts 7 bubbles out there and bubbles all 7 of you, and she's like, "I think we're good." I think we can move on now.
Apologies, Your Eminence.
Of course.
And I think with that, we will end this session of Descent into Avernus.
But it was fun punching Azra.
Truly incredible.
Do we level up?
Nope.
You know,
Respect
I
to the
kept
app.
trying.
You are very close. You have to do one more thing in order for it to qualify as.
Is it
Ancient
reach the
Republic.
Bloody Citadel? I don't think you should tell us, but
I will
I feel
neither
like that's what it
confirm
is.
nor deny
Judging
whether
by
it's
how he
reaching
got
the-
very quiet as soon as you said that, the answer is yes.
Can I take
I
her
will
home to
neither
mom?
Confirm nor I will neither confirm or deny.
Kyle, you're not helping yourself.
Can I take her home to mom?
I think Naskius has more important things to be doing than meeting your parents.
She will. She'll tell you like. So we can move on from next time. She'll be like, I think I can't. She'll try to fly towards the east northwest, and she'll be like, I seem to be bound to El Terrell still.
I mean,
feel-
she's in El Terrell.
No, that's what she's saying. Like she tries flying northeast, south, or west to see, like to scout around to see the blood war and stuff, and she can't. Like she gets to the border and there's like a barrier that stops her. So she's like, oh, I am tied to El Terrell. I fear I'm still its companion. So I can't help you with Zariel. And yeah, I guess I'll meet your parents.
But this means she can protect El Terrell from Zariel's potential retaliation.
And when it comes time to raise it, I can help you raise it. But yeah, out of character, we don't need to have a scene where like you introduce her to all your NPCs and stuff. So yes, you will go meet all your families, and she'll go meet the Drow, and she'll go meet the Linlands and the Strigiforms, and she'll go meet Ilmater. Yes.
I figured it would be a nice place for her to like rest, to recover, and also maybe she could help the townspeople and to help secure El Terrell.
Yeah. She agrees to that. Yeah, she's like, I'll stay here and I'll meet all your families and I will guard the town and good luck on your mission, that kind of thing. We'll obviously say goodbye next week. I was just saying you don't need to worry about. We're gonna spend a week thinking about what we're gonna do with this planetar. Yeah. She pulls out of her pocket and she's like, now I'm a planetar holding a palantir. Okay, and so.
Oh god, Jukes is here all of a sudden.
Palutina.
Palantina.
That's close enough.
So how is she looking? Is she nice and clean? Like, I offer to like brush and braid her hair and give her a manicure.
Oh god. Also, JD,
Your ability to stay calm while literally looking a divine being in the face is beyond admirable.
when Helen was punching you, she had a smile on her face.
She's literally
Just letting
like
you know.
talked to gods in her dreams, and she's had a magical like helper sent from the gods. So she's kind of like
Whisper was like a celestial being, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you sacrificed her to a demon.
well, not sacrifice. She just got sent home, and she can't come back anymore.
Yeah,
so.
it's almost like she almost feels like that was kind of meant to be. Like she was sent there to help her become what she's supposed to be and to serve that purpose almost in a way.
Whisper was just a Haruman mousetrap from the beginning. That's 100%.
I think she was there to help her grow.
Yes.
And to do that purpose. Because the whole thing is Ilmater is all about sacrificing for the greater good. And that is literally sacrificing for the greater good.
Absolutely.
So.
She's like, trusting a being implicitly like that is how you get killed.
You are correct. I just took the
I'm literally made out of
gain favor and gain a little bit of vengeance. Also,
All right.
dear lord, the high rolls I got on that were hilarious.
I did message. Oh, let me go offline here. And stream. Okay.
Oh, are we going offline? All right. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Goodbye, world.
I